here we are. Welcome to another The Forsaken. I think my camera is like out of focus. That's weird. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, so welcome to The Forsaken. Our Monday night D&D 5e Homebrew campaign. Let me go ahead and give the synopsis for the summary for last week's episode, and we'll get right into it. Oh, is that my fault? Do I have... Wow, I'm just messing up all over the place. Okay. Cool. Alright, so for last week, our adventurers continue their journey to find Cullem Krenthora, a famed and very powerful wizard in hiding. After a long and frustrating fight with a melodious spirit, they continue through the woods, following the trail of broken spider webs that had led them thus far. In the forest, they spot a very interesting creature, a group of cat-like owls. Pixarin successfully lures one to her arm, where it surprisingly stays. Eventually, they arrive upon a slightly familiar stone hand statue, similar to the one they found near the Field of Sunflowers. Zephyr uses his Torchlight Committee medallion to open a natural portal there, displaying an odd world on the other side. But just as he was closing it, a creature flew out and into the woods they had just came from. They also spotted movement in the woods ahead of them, but lost it as soon as they began to pursue. Continuing their journey, they moved from forest to hills to mountainside, seeing signs of large creatures and wildlife along the way. Once they reached the top of the mountain, they looked over and saw a complicated weave of bridges going from platform to platform across a wide chasm. They were getting close. The final leg of their journey could be more dangerous than they anticipated. That's what happened last week on The Forsaken. The Forsaken.
I wasn't worried about that thing flying out of the portal until you brought it up during the recap. Now I'm like, oh crap, I need to write that down.
Now you're worried about it.
I know.
Now you're worried about it.
Guys, it's a side quest that we didn't pick up. So, fun.
There's always time to pick it back up.
Wow.
Let's turn around.
At this point,
Let's turn around and head back.
All right. Let me see if I can just take a look at this. I mean, it looks focused in Zoom, but it's looking a little bit rough on stream, so I might actually have to wait until some other time to fix that. All right. Okay. Let me just minimize that. All right. So we left off last week with the group, including John and Lyric, cresting the mountaintop and seeing before them this large divide in between where you came up and the other side, with all kinds of different platforms rising up out of the ground, with different bridges leading from where you are to another platform, to another platform, to another platform, some even at different levels. One of the bridges, some of the bridges are almost look naturally made, but possibly could be just like, they were made out of rope and just vines have covered the rope since then. Some of them are made out of wood and are more like swinging bridges. Some of them look well put together, and some of them look like they're a bit on the rough side of things. What do y'all want to do? I think John made the comment, well, you can see, I can see why some people didn't make it back. Yeah. What do y'all want to do?
We're close to all these bridges now?
Yeah. When you got to the top of the mountain, and you're kind of looking over this, you're maybe from the first bridge, and there are, let's see here. You know what? Let me just roll for this. Okay. There are 3 different bridges that come off of where you're standing, of that mountaintop where you're standing, leading off into other platforms. And you have 2 that are kind of like going straight out, one that's kind of going down to a lower platform. And each of these platforms, of course, have other bridges coming off of it. One of those bridges is natural, the other 2 are wooden. But yeah, you're standing about, to answer your question, you're about probably like 20 feet away from where those bridges go off, from where the mountain kind of plateaus down.
I'll get off of, or I wasn't even riding mags because we were walking because it was rough roads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to one of the, not the one that goes down. Well, I'm gonna look at all of them if they're kind of there. Look at all of them to see how they look.
Okay.
They look really decrepit and dying, or
Okay. Make an investigation check for me, please.
of
Gerbil
course.
I'll look as well.
Yeah, Gerbil will follow behind, but Gerbil
Okay.
Gerbil's
you-
gonna like look down the cliff, not really. You just
Okay. Looking. Make a perception check, Gerbil.
18 is my investigation.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So 18 and 14 for investigation.
13 for perception.
Okay. All right. So we'll cover.
17 for perception.
Okay. So Gerbil and Zephyr. So Zephyr, you're looking down too, along with Gerbil. Looking down over into this chasm before you, there you see it goes down. I think I said last week, maybe a couple of football fields in our, in like massive measurements. And below, I mean, of course, there's some kind of, clouds, kind of foggish, stuff down there that kind of obscures your view in some places, but the pieces that you can see through, or see in between of, you see, of course, it gets rocky towards the bottom. You see a little bit of green, but you also see, the sun is out, and you see these kind of colors glinting in the sunlight below. Seems maybe at the very bottom of this. You see some blues and purples and pinks and greens, kind of just little sparkles here and there, but can't really tell at this distance what that's coming from.
It's a sparkle.
Gerbil will double check, make sure Zephyr's not gonna like face jump or something out into it.
Sure. Wren and Tegan. So Tegan, what did you roll again? 14?
15.
And you were an 18, Wren?
18, yep.
Yeah, I would say both of you together kind of looking at these three bridges. Let me get some dice here.
Bridges are rolling a deception check.
Okay.
They're alive.
They're
One of
on
the-
those boys.
One of them seems really good, really well. Looks like it's in good shape. One of the wooden ones. And even the vine one looks like it's taking you from one side to the other. Now the vine ones that have the vines kind of wrapped around the rope, those are definitely not big enough for your horses. The wooden one is slight, you think that you can probably get your horses across it. But the vine one would be definitely for just, because it's basically like one piece of rope and two ropes kind of going along the edges, so you can hold on to the side and kind of just edge your way across.
That classic summer camp challenge guy.
Yes, correct.
My
you
horse
see,
is pretty dexterous. Dexterous.
and all of these bridges, you see these beautiful moss, strings of moss kind of like cascading down from them. Some of different colors even, which is interesting.
So we have a wood one that looks okay.
You have a wood one that looks okay. The
good looking one.
The vine
that-
one looks like you could get across, but it's not big enough for your
no
horses.
And then we
The
have a third
other,
one that
the
looks
third,
good.
the third wooden bridge does not look good. The third
okay,
wooden
so the
bridge.
wood one is the one that looks good.
You
Got
can
it.
see a couple of planks that have fallen through. Whereas these wooden bridges usually have or at least the ones that you're seeing here have usually at least two ropes on each side. One of the ropes on one side is snapped off. So you only
Got it.
have one rope supporting it on one side of it.
Which one of those bridges is the bridge going downward?
Going downward, that is actually the rope bridge.
Okay.
The good one.
Yes. No. It's the middle one. The rope bridge looks good, but you also have a wooden bridge that looks good too. So that you can get your horses across.
By rope one, do you mean
The old one.
the vine?
The
one
vine,
that's
the
blue?
vine one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
okay.
flipping between ropes and vines and that kind of
Sorry.
thing. Got it. Can I
It's a
see
TikTok,
what's?
not a Vine. Vine's dead. Sorry.
Can I see? Can I see? Are the platforms that they're leading to like far away, or are they easy to see what's there?
Most of the platforms that you can see from here look like just rock platforms with some moss on top of them.
Got it.
So not really anything on them. It's almost it's definitely arranged really strangely. I mean, especially with your kind of outdoor knowledge, Wren. Looking
Yeah.
at these, it's like why, like how, like you know, like it definitely doesn't seem natural. Of course, like it almost seems like it was created this way. Yeah.
Egan's going to take his horse by the rein.
Down Old Town Road. Sorry.
And
Take them
Uh,
dust mines.
say to the others, including Wren, that he'll take the wooden one and then report back what it looks like. The wooden one is level. The rope bridge is the one that goes down.
Correct. Yes.
So he's going to take the wooden one to the next platform just to see where that platform goes. Like, so we can plan
Okay.
on if that one goes to 3 rickety rope bridges. Obviously, we don't want to take that.
Wait,
Guys, we can split the party. It's easy.
Wait.
This is simple.
As Tegan starts leading his horse down, I have rope. You want me to just make a safety line or
To me,
something?
not to my horse.
Well, obviously. I mean, do you want to do that? I have rope and pythons and stuff. That I feel like
Okay.
every adventurer has, and we always forget about.
Yeah, I have pythons too. So
I will use my pythons and my rope of 50
Okay.
feet.
Well,
Oh, wait,
okay.
how far away? 50
Okay.
feet of rope is fine, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You're. It's this. These bridges here are probably spanning, or at least the one that you're trying is spanning probably about 30 feet, probably 35.
Okay.
Gerbil will also show off and do a one-handed bow line.
Okay. All right. Okay. So explain to me again. I was looking at something. What exactly are the two of you doing?
I'm just like making a safety line tied to Tegan as he tests the bridge.
Okay. All right. All right. Make a sleight of hand check for your knot tying skill.
Oh crap!
Didn't expect that, did you?
I don't know, my sleight of hand's not that bad. You're dead. I rolled a natural 3, so that's a 6.
Can I see the knot that he tied and try to retie it?
Sure. I would say that you'd be able to. You'd probably be looking at it too. Yeah. It doesn't look too good, Tegan.
Okay. To be fair, you do one-handed bow lines when it's around you, not around somebody else. I'll get it
Okay.
next time. Here you go.
Tegan checks the knot and he rolls a 27.
Oh my gosh, you punk. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah. You're able to retie it, and it seems secure. It's
I'll just
it's
give him a
secure.
thumbs up, like, okay. we
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah. All right. So you're going across the wooden bridge, correct?
With the horse, if it looks like it's sturdy enough to
Okay.
support the horse.
Yeah. This good one definitely does. Yeah. The halfway over the bridge, the horse gets a little spooked. It is just a very tight space for it. But it makes it over to the other side with a little trepidation. So
Okay. Couple quick questions while that I'm on the new platform.
sure.
Is the new platform big enough to hold us all?
Yes.
Okay. That's question one.
Yeah.
And what points are there off of this platform? Is it just a singular?
Oh, off of
route?
this platform, it's just one.
Okay.
One bridge that looks pretty good,
Okay. I'll
and
say
it's a wooden one, so you can get your horses across it.
Okay, and I will grasp my pendant and let the others know that there's enough room for all of us. There's another wooden bridge that goes forward, so
Okay.
come across, and I will untie my rope and let Gerbil know to pull it back if he wants to use that for other people.
Zephyr's gonna point at the other bridge that's going down and say, "Any more clarification?"
I mean, we could get the sparklies on the way back.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to be going
It's to the wooden bridge. I need more clarification.
Jeez, sorry.
I can't
mean,
hear
we're-
it because I'm 35 feet away. So.
Yeah.
We're trying to get across. This bridge looks good. We have horses that need to go over bridge.
Easily
start-
manipulated.
I'll start walking over with Max.
Okay, all right. You make it over fine.
Perfect.
Everyone else
Why
going over?
Zephyr, do you think it goes to the ground?
You can make a perception check to see where.
I did want to look to
Sure.
see, as I was crossing, I wanted to look to see where the vine one went and if I could see anything.
Okay, we'll make a perception check. Anyone that's looking to see where this fine one
Ah,
leads
come
to,
on, rolls. 10.
let me know.
18.
24.
Ooh, even
Nice.
better.
Okay,
Gerbils,
Zephyr and Pixrin would notice that it leads down to a platform, it looks like, but I would say with your rolls, you would notice that the platform itself looks a little beaten down and weathered, so probably not very sturdy.
Yep. I guess we'll follow Owlman. That's leading our horse on the. We're leading our horses, right?
You can fit your horses on here,
Okay,
yes.
okay. He
Yeah.
was just kind of
oh
standing around
no!
watching
My
everybody.
horse fell.
Oh, my horse! But it can't get up. It's fallen. Bye.
Okay, so Pixrin, you're taking your horse.
We paid for these horses.
So everyone's taking their horses across. Are
Case
you?
scenario, we
Are
die.
we going one at a time, or are we going like?
There's definitely not enough room for. I mean, oh, you mean crossing the bridge? You can't go double. You can't go side
That
by
was
side.
Max.
But
The cat owl.
but yeah, how many of y'all are getting on the bridge at the same time?
I'm already over.
Sure, but these three.
Ger-
Wait.
Gerbil's going last. If he
Okay,
has the
all
safety
right.
rope. If anyone is wanting the safety rope, that is.
I think I'll be all right. I don't. Maybe. She'll start crossing the bridge, but like slowly, with her horse.
Okay. Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, horse is fine. Zephyr, you're crossing on with your horse as well, correct? Your horse is good. Gerbil, you're last.
Well,
Some
is
people-
John has John and Lyric already?
Yeah, they get across fine, as well as Ranerius.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
get my rope and Python back.
Okay. Are you riding your horse or are you leading your horse?
Oh, I'm leading my horse.
Leading your horse. Okay. You get about a quarter of the way through the bridge, and your horse, naturally, because this is typical for your horse, starts getting a little skittish.
Grumble. It's okay.
Make an animal handling check for me, please.
Oh my gosh. I'm the only one who named my freaking horse. If you kill off my horse.
Mine's named Mags.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a natural one.
Oh,
Holy terrible.
you're gonna get kicked by your horse.
The only one who's roleplay taking care of horse.
Oh my god.
The bridge.
Okay. Okay.
I-
All right.
What's a subscriber die? I have a subscriber die.
Do you want to
tonight
give him a subscriber tag
for his horse?
for his horse? I think it's a
I don't
D10
know.
for us, I think.
I'm sorry. I gotta hold on in case one
Okay.
of us.
Do I see him struggling at helping this horse?
So you see Gerbil kind of reach out to the horse, trying to calm it because the horse is getting a little prancy and starting
Yeah.
to back up a bit.
Yeah.
And you see him kind of reach out to the horse, and the horse rears back
Ooh.
on its two back hind legs and kind of kicks a bit and comes back down. Gerbil, make a dexterity saving roll for me.
Dexterity saving.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens with his roll, I might do something. Just
19.
for course of actions.
Okay. Gerbil, you are able. How are you going to save yourself from the feet coming down on you?
I'll back up.
Okay. All right. So you
But-
kind of jump
but
all
with
the way
my long
backwards.
limbs, I'll be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll do like the man from
Okay.
Snowy River, like whoa, whoa.
Okay. It starts calming down. It seems to kind of. It's still a little bit skittish, but I would say give yourself about 10 minutes and you're able to guide it across. So y'all are waiting on the other
I'm
platform.
blindfolded, so it doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you're on this other platform. There's a good-looking, pretty sturdy-looking wooden bridge going to the next platform. Just one bridge on this one. So.
It's a trap.
Everyone make perception checks for me, please.
New dice. Here we go. It's terrible. Natural one. That
Okay.
dice is out for the night.
Okay.
Dirty
8.
20.
17.
What was Zephyr's?
8.
Okay. So Tegan, Gerbil, and Pixrin, the three of you notice, looks like some squirrels are kind of like made this bridge their home.
My people.
They're
Squirrel swarm.
Oh, can I
So,
get
okay,
the outfits
squirrel
for them
man.
too?
So you see about 5 squirrels kind of skittering, along the bridge. Let me see. No.
And I didn't know that it's this because I had terrible perception, right?
A couple of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of, Wren, you get distracted by Pip, who kind of pops out, noticing the squirrels, but gets a little, like, antsy about it.
Aw, you shy.
There are about 5 squirrels, and a couple of squirrels notice you, and just kind of, like, pop up their heads. They're kind of perched on one of the ropes. What do y'all want to do?
Hey, look, Ren.
I'll
What? Oh.
Look,
Oh,
I'll
there's
point.
some
Yeah, I'll
squirrels over there.
point it out to Ren. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
no.
just squirrel go.
Is the cat all gonna eat them?
I'll take a little tiny. I'll take
oh.
a tiny nut I have and toss it out to them. See if it gets to them.
Okay. Just make a dexterity check for me, just to see if you can get it on the bridge, and not have it like fall off the bridge, because these bridges are like narrow.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, you almost expertly just toss the acorn. It rolls
one in the
over
brain.
on the bridge, doesn't fall off. I would say that they seem very hesitant to go after the nut, but a couple of them will kind of skitter down to it. One kind of taking it and looking at it, and what do you want to do?
I don't know if I trust a bridge with a bunch of squirrels on it, guys.
Are you serious?
Not because of the squirrels. They could easily have been gnawing on ropes and tearing away at stuff that would decrease the stability.
Well, just to ease your worries, Tegan did
Oh.
do a perception check when he was over there, I think, and saw that the bridge looked pretty sturdy.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. Sounds great.
Yeah. You also would have noticed the squirrels then.
Well, then I'm going to
Tegan,
walk
but-
out and greet the squirrels.
Okay,
They all jump on.
make an animal handling check, please. With advantage, since you have
Oh,
a squirrel
yeah.
on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's right. What is my 18?
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, the squirrels seem very curious. How close are you getting to them, Wren?
I mean, as close as I can before they scurry away.
Okay. Are you doing this like slowly, or are you just walking up to him
Just boldly.
like
blah, blah, blah.
Squirrel
No.
King?
No. I'll walk up slowly and calmly, and I'll
Yeah.
pull out more kind of nuts and drop them to him and things like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. They seem a little hesitant, but one of them will, a couple of them will get the nuts, and you'll see a couple kind of scurry up on the top rope. That's probably about the height of your head, actually. And kind of like look at Pip.
Yep.
How do you
Pip will
think?
probably jump down and run around and play with them.
Okay. All right.
If they accept that.
Yeah. No, they, Pip jumps down and kind of starts to play. The others kind of look at, but eventually we'll start kind of scurrying after each other and actually go to the next platform. So clearing the bridge for you.
Sounds great. I'll follow him.
Okay. All right. Anyone writing their, let me put your horse's fate in your own hands. So anyone riding or anyone guiding a horse across, who is also going across the bridge, just make a d20 roll for me.
Yeet.
Okay.
Yeet
Wait.
my horse up.
Wait, what was that for? Riding the horse?
No, just for taking the horse over.
And I didn't say it, but Mags would be following behind me pretty much the whole time.
10.
10 for Zephyr.
So just rolling a straight d20?
Gerbil, make a d20 roll with advantage for me.
With
16.
advantage. Okay.
Okay.
Music real die. Okay. 16.
Okay. All right.
Not
So
saying what the other one was.
Pixtrin and Gerbil, I'm guessing what was yours, Tegan?
A 2.
Okay. Pixtrin and Gerbil, I'm guessing everyone's going one at a time again. Your horses get across fine. Zephyr, your horse kind of gets a little hesitant in the middle, but you're able to kind of push it along. Tegan, you get halfway through the bridge, and a couple of the squirrels come back and start like chattering at the horse, and the horse gets a little like, it doesn't know if it wants to go forward. You're just
I
like,
will try to calm the horse.
okay, make an animal handling check for me, please.
F wanted to kick the squirrels off the bridge, but anyway,
And you could.
And
You
then they all jump
definitely
on the
could.
horse.
I should have
Definitely
kicked
could
the
try.
squirrels. I should have kicked the squirrels.
The squirrels jump into the saddle, grab the reins.
I think that's what they did. I rolled a
Hijack
1.
your horse.
You rolled a 1?
Total 3. So much for Dasher.
So, all right. So the horse gets a little hesitant to the point to where it starts backing up. Doing so a little rough. Definitely not being careful with you in the saddle and kind of
Oh
taking
no, I'm
you.
leading it. I'm not in the.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. So, yeah. So it starts backing up, kind of catching you off guard. And go ahead and you can kind of see really quick that one of its hooves are just kind of like clattering beside your feet. One of them starts going down pretty close to your foot. Make a dexterity saving roll for me to see if you can move your foot out of the way in time.
A dex save. Okay. Dex. Save. 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's close. Really close. But you're able to move your foot. And the hoof comes down just beside it. Like you can feel it kind of like against your shoe. I would say make another d20 roll for me, please, Frank.
Sure.
Tegan, I mean.
Much better. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you are after that little incident. The squirrel is kind of in the commotion, kind of like go back to the rest of the other squirrels that are on the platform now and kind of have scurried off onto another bridge. I'll say. Pip kind of comes back to you, Wren. Yeah, you're able to get your horse across, Tegan. So everyone makes it across to the next platform. I guess everyone make perception checks for me.
Fiction's really debating whether or not to leave her horse.
17.
25.
Okay.
That 20.
All right.
25. 25.
14.
Okay.
22.
Oh wow. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Okay. You see.
From this vantage point, you can clearly see you should have taken the rope.
Oh no.
All right.
There are no
Oh,
bridges
no.
connected to this.
So you have
You
three.
look behind and see John and Larry have fallen.
You have 3 bridges that come off of this platform.
Lovely.
There's Jeff. There's Bo.
You have. Let's see here. What am I doing? Okay. So you have. Let's see. 1, 2. Oof. Good. One of them is a wood bridge, and 2 of them are rope bridges. I really hope that this, really hope that this, yeah, okay, good. Okay. The wooden bridge looks good.
She's so nervously rolling.
Looks pretty sturdy. One of the rope bridges looks sturdy as well. And this 3rd rope bridge looks not very sturdy. One of the ropes that kind of goes along that you can hold on to, one of the sides is off. It looks like maybe some moss or something has kind of eaten away at the rope, so you see some like rope twine hanging from it too. Yeah, so definitely not a good option. But the wooden bridge that you can take your horses across looks good. Looks good.
Can we see where those things lead?
Yes. Anyone who made, I know there were a couple of you, I think, that made a 20 or above, would be able to see that it leads to another platform. That looks a little rough.
Across the wooden?
Across the wooden bridge.
Okay.
And then also, and that platform has 4 bridges going off of it. The other rope bridge, I'll say, that looks good, but again, you can't take your horses across that one. Looks, out of all the platforms that you see, this one looks really good. Like, it has some nice fresh, like, it has some nice vegetation on it. A little bit bigger than the other platforms too. But again, this is the one that's the rope bridge takes you to. And it has 5 bridges going off of it.
Oh, jeez.
Shoot, you're on
Can't
adventure,
take
guys.
can't take the horses over the rope bridges.
Well, that's true. Magnus can't even get over the rope bridge.
Please don't make sure we'll have to carry Max on his back. Oh, that would make great.
I mean, you.
How far, just looking out into the chasm, how far have we crossed the chasm so far?
You're about halfway there.
Okay.
Hi, Raiders.
Oh, hey Raiders,
Crossing some
welcome.
rickety bridges
Crossing-
and trying not to
Crossing some
fall off
bridges.
cliffs.
Crossing some bridges, doing some
Or
skill
kill
checks.
our horses.
Thank you
Mm-hmm.
guys for being here.
Yes, thank you. So, what do y'all want to do?
Time to eat these horses.
Yeah,
No.
I'll start going across the wooden bridge.
Okay, all right. Yeah, the wooden bridge is fine. The bridge
Perfect.
itself is good, but you get to the other, so you get to the platform on the other side.
Okay.
There are around the edges. You can tell that some of the edging on this platform has broken off. There's some. All of these platforms have been covered with moss, but there's some weird kind of more like slippery moss on this one that as you're kind of looking at it, you almost kind of feel yourself slip on, but are able to catch your balance, I'll say. Yeah, you have 4 bridges that come off of this platform, not including the one that you came over on.
Okay.
So there are options, but the platform itself, also a little bit smaller than some of the other platforms too. You can get everyone on this platform at one time,
be
but
dicey.
it's going to be, yeah, you'll be getting them close to the edges that are breaking off.
I'll yell back to the group. The bridge is really sturdy. This platform's not. We won't be able to probably all be on it at the same time.
It's not bad for like 30 feet.
It's really echoey, okay?
Really echoey.
Cavernous.
Go, let
even.
go, let go.
All right. Yeah, Tegan will take his horse and take it across the wooden bridge to the. So there's two of us on the rougher platform.
Is there a sturdy bridge attached to the platform?
Let's find out, shall we?
Okay,
Oh
great.
no.
All right, so let's see. Okay. All right. All right. Okay,
I like
you
that.
have
So far, my evening's notes are just notes on what bridges are good.
2 wooden bridges and 2 rope bridges.
Okay.
And let's see here. Nope. Oof. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay.
I don't like that.
Guys.
All right. So
Ugh.
one of the wooden bridges is looking a little rough. Like you think that you could go across it, but it might be, The other wooden bridge is looking a bit better, but still
It better's not great.
not as good as the other wooden bridges that you've crossed thus far.
Okay. Great.
The 2 rope bridges, one looks, you can tell even from this side that it looks like it's about ready to just fall in. And then one of them the other rope bridge looks okay.
So none of them look great.
Huge, great Yelp reviews for these bridges.
right. Do I see
As-
that as I get over?
As he's coming over, I'm gonna just edge onto the second one that's a bit better of the wood
Okay,
bridge, just
okay.
so there's not too many people.
All right. Okay.
And too many things
okay.
on this
Yeah,
platform
I would
at the
say
same
you're
time.
fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I'll hand my lead to Wren, say, hold this. And I will double back across the wooden bridge
Okay.
and head down the rope bridge to see the good rope bridge
Okay.
to see what waits for us on that side.
All right.
You brought me your horse just so I could hold it on the.
Well, this is the only. As I grab my pendant on the way back. Well, that's the only place we can take horses.
Okay.
Okay.
All
that
right.
makes a little more sense, I guess. I try and calm the horse and keep it from slipping off the cliff.
Okay.
You also remember, you just gave your fully grown horse to a
To a
gnome.
child. To a
Make
child.
make an animal handling check, Ren, please.
Oh, come on.
This is not your horse. You have not been around. You've been around this horse. but-
14.
We already
Okay.
know it's afraid of squirrels.
Okay, the horse.
Doesn't help.
Okay, the horse seems a little prancy at first, but you're able to kind of calm it down, and it starts kind of settling after a couple of minutes. So Tegan, heading over the rope bridge, my friend.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just so we know, the strong one, not the weak one. The strong one.
Right, the strong one. I would say with your dexterity and your your class, and I would say that you're able to get, with, your
So
D&D class, not your like.
So glad.
Well, a little of both, maybe.
He like,
Oh, let's not go
he,
too
like,
far.
pulls out like a parachute and he
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, like-
wow. Shoot
You
your
did-
shot.
you
finger
did-
out.
Cut off a finger from a mage, but anyways.
You said the
Um,
pinky finger was his. He was just holding out a pinky finger.
so you get across the bridge, fine. You get over here, make a perception check so you can see what your prospects look like here, because you have 5 bridges coming off of this one.
23.
Okay. All right. So, all right. That's 1, 2. Okay, so you have 2 wooden bridges and 3 rope bridges coming off of this one. I'm changing dice really quick. I'm getting scared.
She didn't
The
expect for
bridges
it all to
don't-
be pain as we got out here.
And that's
Um,
how the party for the Forsaken perished.
The guest is actually
It's
one
a
of our newest
sparkle!
players.
All
for
right.
Season 2.
So we're going to say We're going to say that one of the wooden bridges looks great, looks perfection. The other wooden bridge looks The 3 rope bridges, one of them is completely out. The other one is on its way out. You can see it's almost coming apart from the platform. The other one looks okay as well. It looks like it definitely completely not only covered in vines but also covered in a weird moss that could be hazardous.
Okay. How's the platform look? Okay.
The platform that you're standing on
Yeah.
looks good.
Okay. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Well, it's only we can only walk over there, so it's only
Yeah.
Okay.
You be leaving the horses.
Which is really mean. Take all our horses out into the middle of this cavern and then just leave it.
I'm just gonna. Zephyr will just pat his horse. And go. And you're pregnant.
What?
Great chaos. And just smack its butt back in the direction we came.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So you're
Oh,
sending it
no.
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smack
Okay.
this horse.
All right.
It's probably
He
gonna
was
knock all of
shoving
us
it into
off.
the crevasse.
Make roll a d20 for me, Zephyr.
This is how we died. Zephyr's horse.
Well, it's
He
horse. Yeah.
slapped it.
19.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You slapped the yeah. Okay. You slapped the horse, and it kind of looks at you for a moment and starts trotting off back across the bridges. Looks a little confused in a couple places, but manages to make it across to where y'all started from.
What?
All right.
Please
Standing.
tell me he left the ghost swords on the horse.
Oh no, the ghost swords are back in
Oh yeah, he left.
Those
Right,
are back in the
right.
temple.
in
Yeah,
Lysadere.
back in the temple.
What
Yeah.
about the long sword?
Good try.
He wears the long
That's
sword.
it.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is literally equipped.
Tripple's trying to get away from ghosts.
All right.
They're not
So
Like a demon sword.
They're
What's up?
spirits.
what are y'all doing?
From where I'm
Tegan.
standing on the third platform,
Yeah.
can I see the other side and how many more platforms there are in between?
Depending on which ones you choose, you could possibly have between 2 to 3.
Hey, all to Tegan. How's it look over there?
And I'll relay the information about, one good wooden, one okay rope, and 3 that aren't even worth looking at.
Doesn't seem that much better than the other one.
How's your rope bridge look? I mean, how's your wooden bridge look?
I grab it and I say, rough, and one's a bit better.
Triple just look at like. Did he just echo into the pendant?
Picture's just
It
gonna
is a
get
mental
this
pendant,
idea.
by the way.
Yeah, it's just like.
She's just gonna pull out her dulcimer to sing out to the cavern. See if it echoes.
Oh, okay.
What,
Make a
what did John Lyric think?
make a performance check, Pixrin.
We're awaken all these crystal bats of death or something. I'm sorry.
16.
Okay, yeah. You sing out, and you do hear a bit of an echo. And for those listening, it sounds good.
Yes.
Can I see Tegan's platform from where I am?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
How far away is it from him? Does one of my
Uh,
bridges go to it?
30. No, it does not.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see, 30, maybe about 45, 50 feet away from you.
Okay. Same level.
Yeah, his is a little bit more down, a bit. It's a little bit lower, but generally, yeah.
Sounds great. Looking forward from where I'm at, same question as Tegan. Like, do I see how much further it goes?
Yeah, you're seeing about around 2 more platforms, probably.
So the third being the other side.
Yes.
Got it.
Just start saying, I'm bored.
How many horses do we have?
Well, you don't have Zephyrs now, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
We all
7,
have
including
horses.
John and Larry.
Oh my word, we have so many horses.
Yeah.
Well, we all had our own horse.
Yeah,
Except you.
everyone had.
Except you.
Oh, that's right. So only 6 horses.
Only 6 horses. Yeah, you have
Wow.
Mags.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Which way?
I mean, I was gonna offer to try and lead them all across for you all, but that sounds really impossible.
I
now.
will ask Wren. Does he think Mags can get across the rope bridge?
No, do I think Max can make it across a rope bridge?
Let me just explain. I mean, this rope bridge is
I
just
don't think so.
one
No.
rope.
Like
It's just
one
one
rope,
rope.
right?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so you're just
right.
standing on one rope the entire time you're going across the rope bridge, and you're just having to kind of like skirt,
Oh,
go
I see.
across.
Okay, I see what
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
Like,
you're saying.
like
It's
imagine, like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a free.
And
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
free.
you like
yeah.
grab and
Yeah.
you like
It's
Yeah.
a V. Yeah.
walk
It's a
thing.
V.
All right.
yeah, it's a V. It's a V. You heard it here.
Well, it is. But anyway.
It's true. It's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
All right.
Um,
I'll tell Wren, you go forward 1, I'll go forward 1.
sounds great. I'll work towards the
good-
taking Tegan's horse with me. I'm gonna work across the slightly better one.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Mags to stay on the platform for a
Okay.
second.
All right. Sure. Sure. Max seems a little concerned, but
I understand, Mags.
But,
I understand, girl. Trust me. And I'm gonna work my way down the a little bit better wooden bridge to the next platform
okay. All right.
while whispering sweet nothings into Tegan's horse's ear.
Okay.
Really-
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Didn't you
Aw.
made like a 16 animal handling before, right? I think so. We'll say that that's it.
Sure. Yeah.
So why don't you make roll a d20 for me, Wren.
Okay.
Next character I make is gonna have
Hiya.
the best animal handling.
A natural 20.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, Wren, you start out across this bridge. It's looking a little dicey. Things are. It's a little wobbly, and some of the boards are loose. But you are able to make it across the bridge with the horse. You kind of gather, I would say, walking across here, that the bridge is definitely you definitely want to be careful on it.
Right.
It doesn't look like that it's about to fall in, but you would have to be careful on a few boards as you cross. So definitely be cautious. Is something that you would have kind of deducted as you crossed over to tell the rest if you want to.
The platform. How does it look?
Platform that you're going across to looks okay. It looks fine. That's fine.
Nice. I'll then whistle for Mags to come over to.
Okay. Max comes right over to you.
Perfect.
Kind of skittering across, doing a little jump at the end. But yeah.
And how many bridges are on this one?
Bridges on this one are 5.
Oh my word. Okay.
Bigger circle.
It's like a choose your own adventure book right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You
What
are.
do I got for bridges? What do I
Yeah.
got?
Okay. All right.
None of
So
them lead anywhere. That's what we're gonna find out.
1, 2.
We're gonna come back.
3.
We're gonna go through it, but we're gonna
They
end
all
up
lead to
on
the bottom.
Same, No, we're all gonna appear on the same side. We're gonna go
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
the
yeah.
side we started on.
You have 2 wooden bridges, and you have
Okay.
3 rope bridges. The condition of these bridges. That was caught. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Yeah, you only see one of the one of the wooden bridges looks fine. It looks good. The other wooden bridge looks a little rickety. There's a couple of planks missing on this one. A little bit of that different kind of moss on it that you've seen that was on that one platform is a little bit slippery.
Got it.
There are the other 3 rope bridges. All look about the same condition. Pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Made it across. Your horse isn't dead. More bridges that are okay. None amazing, but okay.
One of the wooden bridges was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you said fine and rickety.
Okay. Well, the fine one, the rickety, yes. The fine one is, I mean, it's
Is
one
good,
of the
good fine.
yeah. It's not pristine, but
Okay.
yeah.
Not acronym fine. It's...
Right.
Yeah. I got you.
Oh boy.
Fine.
Wow.
All right,
Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and
Maybe
emotional.
more clarification.
I will. Now, what do I see as I cross the good wooden bridge off my platform?
Okay, so you're going across the next platform, Tegan.
Yes.
The platform that you're going over to looks wonderful. Green.
Did you say you went on the wooden one or a rope one?
The good wooden bridge.
Oh, good wooden one.
Yeah,
okay.
coming off of the one.
Doesn't
yeah.
matter. We can't get a horse there anyway.
So it's
No,
it's nice and green, a very wide space on this platform, and you have 4 bridges going off of this one. Actually, one of the rope bridges leads over to where Wren is, and looks good. Looks good for a rope bridge. And then let's see. 4, so one's a rope. That's that. And okay. So you have, including the one that leads over to Wren's platform, you have 3 rope bridges on this one and 1 wooden bridge. Okay. Good. Oof. Okay. The one leading over is to Wren's platform. The rope bridge looks good. One of the rope bridges is out completely. The other rope bridge looks like it's about ready to. You see some rope twine hanging from it. One of the sides is gone. The wooden bridge, however, looks great.
Okay.
They're getting so far away at this
Yeah,
point.
Pigeon's just sitting
Gerbil's
down,
gonna-
cross-legged, and just like strumming. And
Gerbil's probably gonna start leading his horse down the horse path.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
Zephyr
where
will
are
sit
you
next to
going?
Pixtrin.
Well, I mean, John Larrick are staying with them too, right? I'm just
Yeah, I
gonna.
guess.
Also, Wren and Tegan,
okay.
since you're getting this far over, make a fresh perception check for me for something in specific.
Okay.
23.
7.
Okay, Wren. As you are noticing as you're getting to this platform, you're getting like a platform away from the end here. That weird, but like from one of the platforms that's close to where you're trying to get to, there is this. You can see kind of what looks like might be like maybe spider webs.
Perfect.
That aren't forming a bridge, but you can see like some spider webs like hanging over the cliff of where your destination is. And you can see some spider webs almost like encasing one of the platforms close to there, like one of the last platforms. There are a few like platforms close to where your destination is, but one of them is like covered in spider webs.
Do I know which one of my bridges heads to that platform?
One of well, you still have bridges going to another platform before you before you even get over there. Oh well, okay, no, you're correct. Actually, none of your bridges lead to that platform.
Okay, good. But that is one of the platforms that's between here and there.
Yeah.
Hard pass, guys. Hard pass. as I see Gerbil starting to come across, I'll tell him to be careful on the mossy platform, and the better looking wood one. Just watch your step and be careful. And I wave at Tegan across the rope bridge that ties us together.
Okay.
And then the one, I'm gonna keep on heading down I'll go down the wood bridge that's fine looking, but good fine, like nice fine.
Okay. All right.
Keeping Tegan's horse happy.
Okay. All right. So you're
And
looking.
Same thing with Mags. I'll leave her behind until I get across.
Okay. Make a fresh animal handling check for me real quick, please. And go ahead and make it with advantage since you've already calmed it down once.
Good. 18.
All right. Yeah, you're able to guide the horse over pretty well. Pretty well. It's a little skittish, but yeah, you're fine. All right. So are you looking at the other at the platform you're going over to?
Sure. Yep.
Wren. I'll go ahead and let you without making. Okay, the platform you're going over to looks good. It has it has 5 bridges going off of it. But I would probably be able to say that since you're over there, you'd be able to see which one leads over to the. You have 2 that lead over to your destination. Oh. Both of them not looking good.
Great.
One of them is, in fact, yeah, the wooden bridge is completely out. You have a rope bridge that leads over there that is looking pretty bad. Now you can take you can take one of the bridges over to a different platform and try to go from there to the thing.
Are they wood or rope?
You have 1 wood, 2 wood. Actually, there are 3 wooden bridges.
So are there 6 bridges? Or 5?
You have 4 wooden bridges, and
so 2 of those wooden bridges are going to the destination but look like crap.
right.
And 2 going somewhere
Well, no,
else.
you have a wooden bridge and you have a rope bridge going to the destination that both look like crap.
Oh.
You have 3 wooden bridges that look passable. One that looks really good going to another platform just about 20 feet away that looks like a good platform.
Okay. Sorry for my note taking. So there's the 2 going to the destination that look like crap.
Yeah.
The other 2 look good but not great. Is that what you said?
There's 1 really good wooden bridge leading to to another platform, and 2 okay wooden bridges leading to another platform.
Okay. I think I'm getting confused on the bridge numbers, but that sounds great.
Okay.
I've been confused with the whole bridges and numbers, and my mental picture is not there.
Because there's 2 rope bridges and 3 wood bridges.
4 wood bridges.
So that's 6 then, because there's 2 rope bridges.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, does any of them go to the spider land?
One of the wooden bridges does, yes.
Oh, great.
One of the okay ones.
Okay. Does the good one go to a platform that looks like does it also connect to the destination?
That it does. You can't tell what the bridge situation looks like.
Naturally. I'm going to, does anybody else want to do anything? I'm just going to keep exploring bridges till we get there, if that helps. Unless other people have stuff to do.
Gerbils already following.
Okay, that sounds great.
Red's path.
Make a
sounds great.
general animal handling check for your horse.
Come on.
Especially because if you're taking your horse, you're crossing one of kind of a iffy wooden bridge. So
I'm using a real die this time. Oh, that's a 9.
Okay.
9.
You definitely have some trouble. The horse does almost like kind of steps onto one of the wooden planks that's a little bit loose on that one bridge, and does almost kind of like stumble a bit, but is able to catch itself.
It's okay.
But you did break one of the wooden. It did break one of the wooden planks. So I mean, the bridge is still passable. People can still go on it, but just something else to look out for.
I'll notify all dependent.
Okay.
This bridge's plank fell out. FYI. I'll continue on following Wren's path.
Okay.
I'm gonna work my way down the good-looking one, not the one that goes to the spiderweb platform.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're able to make it across fine. The platform on this that you're going to looks decent. Definitely not a hazard, but definitely not, not like the nicer platforms you've seen. And you have, oh gosh, we're going to say 3 bridges coming off of this one.
Oh, good. Sounds great.
And those bridges are 3 wooden bridges.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and pass that into 1. Okay, 2 of them look rough. 1 of them looks really, really good.
Do any of them go to the destination?
The one that looks really good goes to your destination, we'll say.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
Yay.
Merciful DM!
I mean,
It's been an hour, so.
Yep. I won't. I'm just gonna keep on trudging on and go down the great one.
All right.
Or good one, whatever it was, to the end.
From
And then
where
I'll
I,
relay all that back and just say, there's a path to the end, but come for horses, go this direction.
Okay. Everyone following that, if you wouldn't mind, rolling a d20 for me. As you
19.
cross that
Just-
more rough bridge.
Just a straight D20.
Yeah, just a straight d20.
I got
please.
a nat 20.
Do I get a bonus because I do not
Oh.
have a horse?
Dribble, you've already.
yeah, you don't have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I have
yeah. You've already rolled. Zephyr, you're fine. So Pixrin, if you're keeping your horse, and Ranerius, roll me a d20, please.
It's a 9.
Okay. What was yours, Pixrin?
Nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, Pixrin, you have no problem at all. You're able to
You
maneuver
finally
your
bonded
horse
with your horse.
around
No!
everything. You're able to maneuver your horse around the hazards. Your horse is so peaceful. And you're able to take it right to the other side where Wren directed you. Ranerius.
That's
just-
suspicious.
Your horse just needed to see certain death.
I think your horse is on Varus's side.
Ranerius, you have some trouble yourself kind of getting over that bridge. You step onto like the onto that missing plank and kind of stumble a bit. Your horse seems a little, upset at that, but you're able to maneuver it across with a little bit of effort. So, just take off 15 minutes of how much time
we're
it
gonna be
takes.
fine horses. It's really okay. We're gonna be great the whole way across.
Gosh.
All right. So, Tegan, what are you up to? Sorry.
All right. Seeing that he got, he had 2 good bridges.
Yeah.
You found 2 good bridges and made it all the way across. I will take the rope bridge that connects the 2 platforms
Okay.
across to the platform that he branched off of.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's my path.
Yeah.
I'll take that connecting one and then the 2 good bridges over to the other side.
Yeah, roll a, since I've been doing this kind of this way, just roll a d20 for me as you cross, because that rope bridge was looking okay, but not like the best.
6.
Okay. All right. So as you cross over this rope bridge, Tegan, there's this kind of slippery moss in some places that you can feel in your hand, and it just immediately almost slips. Your grasp slips off the rope. You start to cross over, and you put a foot onto onto the rope that's there, and kind of slip a bit and start to lose your balance. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
It's been nice.
Hello from the other side.
22.
Okay, so Tegan and anyone that is of course, most of you, I'm assuming, are busy maneuvering your own selves across here.
I'm watching.
Yeah, you would see Tegan, Wren, almost start to slip like through the ropes, and for a moment you think that he's gone. But he grabs on, is able to put an elbow around one of the ropes and pull himself back up, and is a little bit more cautious going across the rest of it.
All right. So who else needs to get to the other side?
I think everyone's there. I think
Okay.
everyone's here.
So I can just ball this up and throw it away.
I have a map if we ever have to go back through
Oh,
it, guys.
God.
Yay!
That's great. All right, so, okay. So y'all get to the other side, and, you only have to walk maybe about 20 feet before, this mountain kind of plateaus off too, but not to more bridges. You look down and there's almost like a carved-in natural staircase. Well, not carved-in natural, but it's like a rock staircase that looks like it's been carved into the mountain, leading down into this seemingly peaceful valley that's kind of alcoved into this mountain, because there's more mountain around you, but it's almost like this has been cut into it. And below you see green grass and some rocks, and even, oddly enough, a waterfall coming from the top of the mountain that's directly across from you and coming down into this little kind of pool of water that is surprisingly kind of contained, even though it's in this little alcove. You see some little flattened rocks that are leading almost into the waterfall below. What do y'all want to do?
Should we long rest, guys? Should we take a break after that long trip?
It is still daytime.
Oh, okay,
It's
great.
our only choices. The stairs.
Yeah, are we just encased now?
Yeah, you're pretty much in case. It's either go back across the bridges, or
No.
Well, nothing's here, guys. Gotta go back, I guess.
No.
So
Let's go check out the waterfall.
we can't. Can we take, if we just lead the horses down the staircase? We can lead the horses down this staircase, or we
yeah,
can't
no,
take-
the staircase is wide enough for horses. Yes.
I give Tegan back his horse.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, and I thank Wren for bringing him along.
Yep.
Is the staircase good enough to ride on, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, there's a staircase leading down. I mean, sure. I mean, it's not
I don't think
steep.
it doesn't make any difference actually.
Yeah.
because probably our.
I mean,
yeah,
if you want to
still
go
be
on your
difficult
horse for
terrain.
5 minutes, then okay.
No, I'll lead it. I'll lead it.
Yeah, I'll start going down towards the waterfall. Down the
Okay.
stairs towards that area.
Just don't go chasing it.
You're
so,
waiting for that.
So y'all, so y'all get down to the bottom, yeah. So again, you have this pool of water with these little flattened stones, almost like stepping stones, leading almost into the waterfall. This whole alcove is maybe just 50 feet across.
I'll go on the stepping stones towards the waterfall, to the last one, to where I'm right next to the waterfall, or however close it is.
Okay. Ranerius, make an Arcana check
great.
for me, please.
Great.
Wren, as you do that,
13.
13. I'm going to send you a message here, Joe.
Secrets. Oh, Joe, blast.
Yeah, no,
This is
he's the one that read the
This is a
Arcana
waterfall
check.
of death. You learned about it in college.
Is anyone else proficient in Arcana?
No.
Gerbil is no. Gerbil's
Yes, Zephyr.
No.
Okay. If you're, yeah, go ahead and make a an Arcana check as well, Zephyr.
10.
Okay. All right.
Dixon's gonna want to lead her horse to the waterfall. To water the horse, gerbil.
Okay. All right. So you step close
Whose cave is
to
this?
poisoned waterhole.
as Wren is starting to go across the stones. First, let's see here.
We
Okay.
need to ask the stones for permission to water our horses.
Yeah.
I'm asking the waterfall too. That's okay.
Okay, I'm sending that.
He wants
Send it
speak
to you.
water.
Ren.
Yep.
I'm going to give Ranerius. Is there anything that you want to do with that information?
Oh, great.
I will cast detect magic.
Okay.
That takes like 10 minutes, does it not?
No, it can take an action.
Only if he does
Oh,
it ritually.
okay.
Yeah, you do it.
Oh,
Do you
okay,
do
okay,
it
okay.
ritually?
If he does it ritually, I'll water my horse.
No, die. It rid died.
Give me one second.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. All the horses that drink turn into nightmare steeds.
Is that a good thing? Or
No,
a
that's
bad
not what I
That's
want.
a good thing. We can fly them.
I keep forgetting that I gotta watch out for like traps and death magic and things like that. I'm just like, oh yeah, we'll go check it out. Why not?
That's
It'll
okay.
be
Steph
okay.
hasn't.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't. All right. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So you do. Let me send this to you.
Okay.
Means not
It's-
cool.
That's like a death level cools.
TPK cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, I'm saying one more, and you.
Okay.
This is a lot of information. While she's sending this information, make sure when the stream's over, check out our Patreon.
Yes. Check out our patron. Cool. After the show videos.
Movie watch-alongs,
Okay.
cookie recipes that I'm sure you could ask somebody for.
Really, is there anything that you want to do with that information, Ranerius?
Do you want me
Sensing
to ask
this.
you questions in secret as well, or?
Yeah.
I can sense some magic here. There's an illusion of some sort.
Am I safe to be standing here?
No, you're fine. I think the water is real, but on the front of the waterfall there's some sort of illusion type aura.
Oh, okay.
So is it like a portal?
How far away is the waterfall from me?
Sorry. The waterfall right now. I mean, I'm kind of doing this like I'm kind of like having him do this like kind of as you're starting to go over like starting
okay.
on the rocks. So the waterfall, like just starting on the rocks, you're about 15 to 20 feet away from the waterfall.
So he's saying that.
No,
okay.
probably about 25 feet away. Sorry, from the waterfall.
Okay, well, it seems he said I'm not like in danger or whatever. I'll still continue out to the closest
Okay.
rock.
All right, so you step one more rock, and a large. All of you see this. There's no missing it.
Good.
This huge.
Good.
You start seeing the atmosphere shift a bit as you see Wren jump over to the next rock with the waterfall splashing in the background. in between Wren and the waterfall, you see the air kind of change a bit and wave, and then from like tail to head, you see this black, huge dragon appear. Wings out, and it flaps once and roars at the group of you before firing some, like letting some fire fly from its mouth into the air.
Cool.
And Wren's on the other side.
Yeah, I'm like behind it, or I'm
No,
like,
Wren's in between.
I stepped and it's like right in front.
This dragon is in between Wren and the waterfall. So
Ranerius will
Wren
scream.
is Wren is close. Wren is close to the rest of you. So Wren's only like a couple of rocks in. This dragon is about 10 feet away from him, in front of him, and then about 10 feet on the other side of the dragon is the waterfall.
Cool.
Tegan will
That's
shout out. Is that
Side
you?
effects.
What?
Is that you, Cullen?
The dragon flaps its wings again, its eyes sparkling this kind of bluish black.
Gerbil's slowly moving his hand, kind of towards his bow, but he's gonna glance, and he's looking at John and Lyric to see how they're reacting.
Better if you just stop.
I would say, Joe, Ranerius, did you say that there was magic in the area out loud or in their heads?
No, I said it out loud.
Okay, all right. I'm going to say that Lyric definitely looks scared and steps back about 5 paces, backing up almost against one of the outer rock walls. John is going to look definitely frightened for a moment, and look over to you, Ranerius, and kind of catch your eye, and will wave his hand, and you'll see a little bit of magic coming off of it as he goes like this. And look over to you, Ranerius. It's illusion, right?
It's still up. Do I see this dragon as illusion magic?
You do
Did I
see that the
see-
aura, that's where the dragon appeared, is where the aura was before, that I told you about.
So it's the same aura.
But could I perceive that as maybe having been invisibility? Do I see that illusion magic anymore? Is what I'm.
You can tell it's illusion magic from the aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to, after I scream and nearly poop myself, I'm going to take a harder look and just say, that might be our illusion.
I roar back at the dragon then.
Nice knowing you.
And
Okay.
it's a way to go, though.
The dragon just flaps its wings again.
Does it make any sound?
It did,
Well, it roared originally. At
let me
least you
see
said
here.
it.
Give me 1 second. Oh, all of you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Is this
Sure.
considered magic?
It is, yes.
Even if I'm currently seeing an aura of magic around it?
You're fine, Ranerius.
Okay.
Is it
11.
I'm an
Oh my
elf.
gosh.
is it a charm spell?
14.
Not really, I don't think.
Okay, had to ask.
11.
A 5.
5 as well.
All right, so anyone with
But I was looking at John for John's reaction.
anyone with what? No, well, I told you what his reaction was, but this is during this entire thing. I'm going to say who was the lowest? Who got below an 11?
Me and Tiga got a 5.
Okay,
Yeah, we're tied.
Tegan and Gerbil, you both feel very frightened, and immediately start moving away from the creature.
Okay.
And this is all happening. This is my fault, but it's all happening while Ranerius
What?
and John are working out that it's and
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, then Gerbil
Oh,
would
here-
have like drawn his bow and is backing up.
great. Let's see. I'm just reading here. Now, what was it you asked Ranerius about?
If it was
did it
making a
make
sound.
did it make a sound?
Or if it's just an image.
Oh, okay. So, you did hear it make a sound earlier. It did roar. But since that you see it as an illusion, you can see through it, Ranerius.
And I just see waterfall on the other side.
It is just a waterfall, yes,
Okay.
with the stone steps still leading into it.
While detect magic is still up, I wanna look just around for any kind of like what would trigger that. Like, did we activate a magic trap elsewhere and it triggered something? Is there someone peeking behind a corner casting a spell?
Why don't you make an investigation check, please?
Okay.
Pay no attention to the man behind the waterfall.
I was gonna say, is there a green curtain somewhere?
18.
Okay. Yeah, Ranerius. So, where are you looking for something? Are you going towards the illusion?
I'm looking sort of behind us and around us to see
Okay.
if maybe we.
I would
triggered
say
something.
that with because your detect magic, I think, is still technically up, you'd be able to, and kind of investigating and paying attention to this, you'd be able to see, kind of a couple of, maybe like, I would say you'd be able to see like a stone, not one of the stepping stones, but a stone off to the side near the waterfall that seems to be glowing with magic.
Okay. I will say I think this isn't a dragon. It isn't a person either. I think we may have just stumbled into a trap, a security measure of some sort.
Do I hear that?
I say that out loud. Yes.
Okay. Does that have any effect on me?
Well, how far away are you? Like, how fast
I
did
was-
you run away?
There's no really, unless I ran up the stairs, there's no really place to go, right?
I mean,
I would back up, but it's.
Yeah.
I
not
probably
like-
would have said it to John and people in the immediate vicinity. I'm not sure if I would have shouted it loud.
Yeah, I
Gerbil-
would say that Gerbil and Tegan would have heard it.
Okay.
Okay.
because frightened is we just can't get closer.
Right,
To it.
correct. You
Right.
just want to get away from it.
Yeah.
So, do we overcome our frightened?
I'm
They-
going to.
I feel like seeing Ranerius not scared would have an effect on us.
I'm going to approach that stone.
Okay.
Is it like? Do I have to walk through the dragon to do that?
You
or...
do, yes.
Okay. I'm going to. Wait. Do I have to swim through the dragon?
Stones.
You take the. Well, you can go. The stones go towards the waterfall. The stone that you're looking at is off to the side of like the pond, so you can go around the pond to the, and won't even have to go through the dragon actually.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to see if I can like pick up that stone.
Okay. Yeah, you pick up the stone. It's definitely radiating with magic,
Okay.
and that illusion magic. So, make a separate Arcana check for me, please. Or how about this? How about an intelligence check?
Sure. 14.
Okay. I would say that you're able to kind of tell that this seems like the source of the illusion. Like, yeah.
Can I if I move the stone, does the illusion move? Is there a way I can maybe
Where are you
turn
moving it?
off?
How far are you moving it from where it was?
I'm going to just carry it back to the group.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see the large black dragon with these shimmering scales shift a bit without walking. About 10 feet.
I think I might be the proud owner of a dragon now.
Wait, I forget. Did you ever say if me and Tegan were?
I would
Like-
say by this point that you're able to kind of come over,
Okay.
get your senses together and realize that it's okay.
Okay.
You still can't help a little bit of fluttering in your heart, though, and it's kind of like, ugh, but
Yeah, his
you're all right.
that fur on Gerbil's
Mhm.
spine is all like raised.
Absolutely. Yes.
You guys have never seen that.
Yes.
Well, I feel terribly silly. And then he'll move forward with the group.
I was frightened for a short time too, Tegan. It's really okay.
It's a sparkle.
Indeed, it is. Would you like to see it?
Seems to be working.
Was there a question for me in there, or are you guys? I'm sorry.
No.
I think we're just
Okay.
talking back and forth.
Okay. All right.
Um,
So we'll say that the dragon is out of the way now. You still have the stepping stones that lead into the waterfall.
Do I keep the rock? Do I?
How big is it?
I mean, I'm imagining probably like a foot in diameter.
So it's probably heavy. I'm not so sure that we can make good use of this if I were to take it. Maybe it's best that we leave it here.
And
Bag of holding.
take it from me, thievery is not the best method of introduction.
I don't know. We broke into a house last time we watered our horses.
That's true.
We asked.
So you're saying we can't take that with us? That
I
thing is so cool.
not before we see who the owner is.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to use it. I mean,
Yeah, it's true, too.
It would take a good amount of time for me to study it and then figure out how to turn the dragon on and turn the dragon
All the more
off.
reason why you should take it.
Wren, what do you see beyond the waterfall?
Research.
I think I just see a waterfall.
All right. So, I mean, you have the stones that lead up to the waterfall. Wren.
Well,
Are
and I did. Oh, was the dragon on that part?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, I thought I was on the last one.
No, I had you
I'll
towards
keep-
the beginning.
Oh, okay. Then I'll keep working towards the waterfall then.
Okay. Once you get to the water, what are you going to do? You think you might see a stone right under the waterfall?
I'll jump in and go for it.
Okay. All right. So, Wren, you take that jump into the next rock and get immediately just doused with water. So you are soaked
Sounds
now.
great.
But as you're sitting there,
memories
like
being
trying to
relived.
like
Oh my God, it's
wipe
funny.
the water from your
I
face,
had a hiccup.
and you open your eyes, you see this large cavern with at
This
the
large cavern.
end of it is a house, kind of a
Oh.
smallish cottage with a thatched roof and some windows. Looks very homey. You might see some things kind of in front of the house that's kind of questionable, but atop the house there's almost like this like windmill type thing that is kind of more tall than like things like the windmill.
Like a farm.
Yeah.
twist
Yeah.
with that.
So it kind of and it's turning from because you feel that kind of breeze from the water as you are standing there right almost in the waterfall itself. And that's where we'll take our bio break. All right. So for those watching, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break. So stay tuned, and we will be back in about 10 minutes.
Woo.
And mics are hot. No, that's my It's still pretty.
excited.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
After this ring doorbell, we'll have this feature. Now featuring Black Dragon Illusion.
HD, but it's an HD. It's a Brio. New camera. Who dis?
No, I mean the.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, except for HD.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Blame it on OBS.
That looks fine, and yeah, it's some kind of what I might do. To get my life together.
Exactly.
for us to invite.
Well, he did see me. I mean, he probably saw me put up the call out for players for this one. I mean, it is whenever we need players, so. And kind of up to the DM if they want to, how they want to, you know, ask people if they want to put something out or whatever, but.
Why don't you play D&D with us?
And we're good. Okay. All right.
But without
We're
the
back.
Head.
We're back.
It's a pumpkin.
So weird. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Alrighty. So, friends, we
We're
are
in the cavern.
back live. Yes, you are in the cavern, and
We all got a free shower.
yeah. So everyone, I'm assuming everyone moves in after Wren does, correct?
Yeah, I would have said, hey, everybody come on in.
Okay.
We leave our horses. What do we do with our horses?
No, we can bring him through. I bring my
Okay.
horse through.
Okay. So
Hopefully it grabs a drink.
Anything Tegan does,
Alright.
I can do better. I'll also
you
bring my horse
do
with me.
have, if you're not using the stepping stones, and I would say that once your horse takes the first step, you'd be able to tell this. There is about probably like 2 feet of water.
That's all right for me and my horse.
Okay.
Splash,
All right.
splash, splash, splash.
Okay. So yeah, Tegan gracelessly takes his horse through the water and through the waterfall. As you get to the other side of the waterfall, Tegan, the horse, does kind of like a shake thing and gets water all over you. Well,
And
you
I
already
shake
had
back.
water. Yeah, you're both drenched. And so the rest of you, are you taking your horses? Anyone leaving their horses outside the waterfall, the cave?
Don't have a horse anymore.
Right. Zephyr's horse is gone.
Super excited about that.
I want to see a one shot just to see what Zephyr's horse on this lost countryside with giants and all sorts of
Mm-hmm.
spiders.
Yes.
Zephyr's horse is the sorcerer.
Zephyr's horse is gonna wander through the portal into dim gloom.
All right. So y'all get to go through the waterfall. You're all, like I said, completely drenched. It is a real waterfall. Your horses are wet. You're wet. Everyone's wet. Okay. So as you get to the other side of the waterfall, you see this very quaint little cottage with a thatched roof. Very, very homey looking. Thought I had an image. Oh no, I do have an image for myself. It's just in a different part of my notes. With these, nice little windows around. Doesn't look that big, and it has that kind of large farming windmill on top turning. And you'll feel that kind of breeze that's turning the windmill from the water and from the waterfall behind you now. Everyone make perception checks for me, please.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Oh my gosh, I need to stop with D&D.
Dead bodies everywhere.
7.
13.
There's
15.
There's shampoo in my eye. I rolled a 6.
Okay, all right.
16.
9.
Oh man, that Cazeel's taking a long time to wash out.
So, the...
What?
What?
So anyone with a... Let's see here. Did anyone make a 14 or
Seven
above?
above?
Guest pulsing.
Oh no. His power. His power.
I made it 15.
Okay. So anyone with a 14 or above would notice. Is that just Wren that did a 14 or above? All right. So Wren, you
One-off.
as you like, so you were the first one in there anyway, so it makes sense as you
Yeah.
step a little bit closer, and you are kind of like ahead of the group, and you take a look around as you're still like wiping, like trying to get your wet hair out of your eyes. You see one. It looks like maybe make an intelligence roll for me, an intelligence check, just to see if you know this race or not.
Okay.
Would I have to make one too when I go in?
That's a 12.
What did you make on your perception roll, Pixar? Did you make a perception roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
Oh, okay, yeah. Make an intelligence check for me, please. Okay. You both of you have seen this race before, whether you've read about it or maybe even seen it somewhere. Maybe even I don't think you've came across anyone of this race, at least that I've introduced to you. But you could have seen them in a city somewhere. But it's like an owl-like humanoid. Meta knowledge is an Arakokra.
Okay.
So you see an Arakokra sitting, kind of oddly sitting against the house, the side of the house, like about 15 feet away from about 10 feet away from the door, the front door, which is closed. Just kind of sitting there, a little slumped over. You also see up in the, both of you would see this in the far right corner, on the right corner of the of this kind of cavern close to the house, is a almost like a cocoon of spider webs
Awesome.
with something sticking out of it.
You missed it by one night.
You would also see some various like almost like those pieces of spider webs that you saw like on your journey here, kind of on the floor, kind of trampled in. Yeah.
Wren has stopped walking.
And Zephyr and Ranerius, since I think you're the only two that's make an Arcana check for me, please. Again.
23.
Okay.
18.
Right. So you both sense some pretty rough magic in this room. Some pretty strong magic. Not really. And I'll go ahead and go ahead and tell you that like it's not like a particular school of magic, but it's just like you both got some pretty high rolls, so it's almost like that you sense that there was maybe magic at work here, but it is no longer present. So it's not like you're sensing magical traps, it's more or less you're sensing just like kind of like a little bit of like magic in the air tonight.
Fair.
It's a Leonin.
I mean, you can definitely cast it, but why I'm telling that is because detective magic isn't going to give you any additional information, since I know that you like to cast that. So,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
That's all I'm good for.
Yeah.
Wow. God.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Also a floating disc every
My
now
friend. Yeah. So what's
Shoot
up? What
the
are y'all?
wand. I screw up
doing?
the battlefield.
What are y'all doing? Wren, did you pass along any of that information that or Pixarin? And if y'all get within like 15 feet of the house, right now the house, like after you come out of the waterfall, the house is maybe about 40 feet in. If you get within about 15 feet of the house, you would notice the owl-like humanoid sitting against the wall, and the spider webs kind of like spread across everywhere.
And are the spider webs like up close next to the house too?
they're not encasing their house. They're not on like, but yeah. I mean, they're up on the ground. There's a little bit kind of like on the bottom of the house, but it's not like that the house is encased in spider webs or anything.
Picture's gonna leave the horse after she went through and just walk up.
Mm-hmm.
Gerbil's still getting water out of
Oh,
his
for
eyes.
sure, Gerbil. Yeah, it's a
Has
lot.
anyone said anything?
You're feeling
No.
exceptionally heavy right now with all of that extra fur and water.
Is the Arakokra trapped in the spider web, or is it just?
Now, there's
up
one
along-
sitting beside the house. You see the cocoon of spider webs like in the corner of the cave by now, but you would have to take a closer look to you see something maybe sticking out of it, but you can't tell from like 15 feet away.
I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait.
Dixon, did you say you were walking up to it, or you're just walking in?
I'm just walking up to it.
Okay.
How close are you getting?
Like 15 feet away. Like, I don't want to get super close, but
Yeah.
I'm not approaching in a aggressive way
Sure.
or anything like that. I'm walking kind of slow since, chainmail and stuff and
Sure.
sweat. So
I am timidly walking up with her, very much like behind her, not like side like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say the two of you would be able to notice, kind of focusing on this creature, that it doesn't respond to your hello. It's kind of sitting against the, like, kind of slumped over very unnaturally.
Wren,
I like this.
she's gonna stop.
Dressed, and they are this owl-like creature, humanoid, is wearing clothes. Very plain looking, kind of just brown pants with like a. Oh, actually, it has some like leather shorts on, so you can see its owl-like legs, with like the kind of a greenish hunter green shirt on with like a dusty colored scarf around their neck. Feathers are brown, kind of an orangey brown.
She's gonna get 10 feet away and see if she can notice any blood or anything on the creature. If there's like noticeable injuries because of the way it's slumped.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Three.
Oh, yeah, you look over the creature, and just something is very unsettling to you, Pixrin, as you're looking it over. You're thinking about the spider webs, and things are just kind of getting to your head a bit.
She's gonna turn around towards Wren and I think can you go back to everybody else and let them know what you've seen? And she'll actually start taking out her swords and approach the front door.
Okay.
I'll back up 5 feet, and I'm then gonna just relay everything we're seeing through the pennant.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you hear what I just described to them. Pixrin, as you start stepping up to the door, is there anything else, knowing this information, that anyone else that wants to do anything? As Pixrin takes a couple of steps towards the door. And
Tegan,
moves.
hearing that, will drop the leads on his horse
Mm-hmm.
and find a nook or a cranny to hide in.
Okay.
Gerbil will draw his bow,
Okay.
ready it,
Sure.
and kind of start getting closer to the house, but he's also gonna like look up and like kind of keep an eye on the cocoon and see if
Okay.
there's any movement or anything going on up there.
Make a perception check for me, Gerbil, as you're looking up at this cocoon and getting closer to the house, thus closer, a little bit closer to the cocoon.
Okay. Come on, real dice this time. Okay. Oh my gosh. natural 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your focus is just kind of drawn in a couple of different directions. So
I'm still shaking for that dragon.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm wet. And just
All right.
bad day. I almost lost my horse.
Zephyr,
Bridges.
What are you doing?
Also, well, probably just drawing a sword.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
The sword.
All right. The sword. Yeah. It feels pretty calm. All right. So Pixton, as you step up to the door, what are you doing? Are you trying to open it or?
She's going to, so she has both of them drawn, so she's going to transfer the left one, kind of, having both of them in her right hand, and knock on the door really loud.
Okay. Okay. There is no answer.
She's going to fiddle with the doorknob or whatever the latch is to see if it's locked or unlocked.
It's unlocked.
She's going to go straight in.
Okay.
Seeing that, I'll follow her.
Okay. All right. So you follow. Anyone else want to do anything as they're about ready to head in?
No one has checked on the Arakokra, right?
No, they did.
Pixton tried to.
Oh.
I didn't see anything.
She tried to. It's still slumped there.
It's slumped. It's slumped, but she's just, yeah.
Seeing that gerbil went over to the cocoon and didn't have, I'm gonna make my way over to the cocoon and give a look at the cocoon again.
Make an
follow
investigation check,
Tegan.
please.
What
Now
kind?
is not the time to be
Make
sticking up
an
on me.
investigation check with assistance, Ranerius, or
Yes.
Okay,
I would
with-
like to help.
so with
Tegan and-
advantage.
Okay.
Ranerius is like, look up there.
18.
What's that up there? What was that, Tegan?
18.
18. As you're kind of looking up, and it's up in the corner. So you're talking about. We'll go ahead and say that it's more on the wall than the corner of the room because I forgot that you have this huge windmill on top, so the ceiling's pretty high up. So the cocoon's about probably like 10 feet above you, kind of like on this wall. You see some orangish brown feathers sticking out of the cocoon that match the Arakokra that's slumped up against the wall.
I'll turn to gerbil. I think it's another creature just like that creature.
Tegan and Gerbil make an intelligence check for me to see if you've seen this before.
Intelligence check. Okay.
Yeah, to see if your character knows the race.
Do I use D&D Beyond or do I use a real die? I don't
That's
know who
up
to
to
trust.
you, man.
Tough call,
You're
tough call.
smarter than your dice roll.
9.
Okay.
16.
Okay. Tegan, yeah, you've seen you've seen a race like this before. Gerbil, you've actually met one of these before at some point. It's an Arakokra, so Gerbil knows an Arakokra.
Yeah, it's Arakokra. Yeah.
Gerbil's like, of course it is.
Does it look like it's breathing in the cocoon?
Well, you can't really see like a body in the cocoon. Like you're seeing just like
You just see feathers.
like brownish orange feathers sticking out. Maybe like a leg.
How high up?
It's
On the wall, is it?
10 feet above Tegan. So Tegan, what, you're like 6 feet or close?
Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall. Yeah.
So 16 feet up.
I'll say to gerbil, hold still, and I'll get up on gerbil's shoulders.
Oh, lovely. Okay. All right. This is
And
great.
I have in my equipment
How tall is Gerbil? Wait, let me
6
see.
feet. He's like 6 feet. 6
No,
even,
he
I
was
believe.
asking what Gerbil's height is.
Oh, gerbil.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what my own height is. Hold on.
And both of you need to make dexterity checks for me as you do this.
And why did I write 9 pages backstory? Okay.
Well,
I didn't even write down my
yes,
height in here.
why did you?
It's the little details, man. You should
To
know
help
this by
you.
now.
Hey, I still have the message. You said you cried when you read it.
I did cry. I really did. I did tear up.
12 on the dexterity check.
It's because I wrote it in Comic Sans.
That's why.
Wrong font.
Wrong font. Did you roll a dexterity check, Turple?
Sorry, no. I'm 7'8".
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to figure that out.
Okay.
Dexterity saving?
No, just a
Or
dexterity
just-
check.
Okay.
Just to see how good you do with.
It was almost a 19, but then it rolled to a 9. 12.
Okay. So what was yours, Tegan?
12.
Okay, all right. So I would say that yes, Tegan, you're able to climb on top of onto Gerbil's shoulders. Gerbil, it's a little like awkward, you know.
I was
and
holding a bow.
yeah,
ready to
yeah,
shoot it.
you're like putting the bow under one arm and trying to hold. You know, Tegan, you're having a little bit of balancing trouble, but you're able to stay upright on there.
All right, I'm going to take a shot. I have in my inventory a flask of oil of slipperiness,
Okay.
which basically gives whatever I pour it on freedom of movement
Okay.
for
all
8
right.
hours.
So what are you doing with it?
I am pouring it on the creature in the cocoon.
Okay. So
Now we have a slippery spider chasing after.
So Gerbil is 7 feet tall. You're 6 feet tall. That's 13 feet. It was 15 feet off the ground. So it is still a couple of feet above you.
7'8".
You
7
must
foot
possibly-
8.
Just
So
shake the
a
bottle.
foot and a
Yeah, that's
half.
what I'm doing. I'm like,
Okay, so you're like doing some olive oil, like okay,
Right.
like
A giant
holy
spider
water.
just slips out of the webs.
Holy
Okay, so you are using this, oil, like shaking it out.
God
The
bless thee.
Get thee
This
out of
here.
Satan's web.
the spider webs, as you're doing this and trying to keep your balance, the spider webs you start kind of like not disintegrating, but start kind of like slipping out of like its weaved fashion, and like the you start seeing like this wing kind of loosen up, and then after just like maybe 10 seconds, you see a body just kind of fall to the floor. And if you look at it, it's an Arakokra.
Ranerius, catch it.
all right, I'll scramble down.
Seeing
Okay.
that, Zephyr will go over and try to check the Arakokra that's just kind of slumped there
Okay.
again.
Checking it for.
Any vital anything.
Make a medical check for me, please.
That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Total 4.
We're
So yeah,
amazing.
so
I just
you see
imagined-
Zephyr like
Knife.
like oh
Slap.
Yeah, checking where the
yeah.
checking
It's alive, it will bleed.
It's like the airplane scene.
Yeah. You'll see Zephyr like put two hands on like the Arakokra's chest and like stand there for a bit, and then like Zephyr slaps it, slaps the Arakokra across the face,
Scream.
slaps it again. Yeah.
Fan art.
Saying that, I will get off of Gerbil and I will try to check the Arakokra for signs of life. Medicine check.
Yes.
Wait, is Zephyr checking the one we just released or the other one?
Oh yeah, which one are you checking? Oh no, Zephyr was checking the one that was slumped over by the wall, right, Zephyr?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should check the one we just dropped 16 feet.
Gently.
Nice catch, guys.
Okay, so make a medicine
Renee!
check for me.
Timber.
Oh no! What did you roll? Oh God, you are
Gerbil
this group.
will.
I love
will
it so
also-
much.
Total free. Okay.
Total of 3. So Tegan, you see, Gerbil, you watch as Tegan kind of goes up and like does like a similar, like puts a hand on the chest and like stops and I don't hear anything.
Have you ever been around an Arakokra?
Kind of like
Gerbil-
takes the wing and holds it up and like tries to like feel the wing for a heartbeat.
Oh my god.
I'm
Gerbil.
sorry,
Gerbil-
I'm usually deal with dead people, so I don't.
Yeah, Gerbil will shake his head and go up and also try his hand.
Try
since he is
do a
so
medicine
pompous.
check for this Arakokra, please,
Okay.
and then we'll go over to
Well, Big
Pixar
Friend and
and
Wren are dying.
Hint.
yeah.
The heartbeat is in the feet.
Yeah.
13.
Okay, all right. So Gerbil, you're able to kind of, you kind of remember back to something to where you know where to feel for a heartbeat. You kind of place a couple of fingers on the neck, and
The beak.
you don't feel anything.
I think they're dead. I don't feel a heartbeat.
Maybe check the beat. No, I'm just kidding.
Getting a sense.
So back over to Pixrin and Wren, who are going into, or is it Pixrin and Wren, right? That were going into the house.
Yeah, he followed behind me.
Pixrin, as soon as you step into the house, a sword comes up to your neck.
Oh.
If you kind of like look over to your left, you see I'm going to say a tabaxi with kind of this dark gray fur, wearing this kind of like a dark brown cloak with some armor on his, like around his calves and on his knees, and has this kind of like white part on his fur around his mouth and around his eyes. With his eyes are this, well, you can't really tell the color of his eyes, just kind of looking at your periphery. But who are you?
I knocked and you didn't answer.
This isn't my house.
Still, it's kind of rude.
I repeat, since I'm not the one with a knife with the sword to my neck, who are you? How many people are with you?
Why?
So I know what to expect.
There's a few others outside.
Heard you want to marry my sister.
Pixrin. Oh wait, so Zephyr, was that in your voice or was that a recording from another person's voice?
That's in Zephyr's voice.
Okay. Pixrin, you out of the corner, as you're kind of like looking over at this tabaxi, looking him up and down. Anyways,
Wait, what?
No, I'm sorry. Your eye. Never mind. You look over. You look over to the tabaxi, and after Zephyr says that, you see his face suddenly drop. Who was that?
It's Zephyr.
The tabaxi drops the sword, and will kind of step out. He was kind of standing against the wall, hugging it a bit, hugging it a bit with his body. He'll kind of step out and into the light that's coming in. There's a little bit of light coming in from the doorway, even though the cave is, there's some openings here and there that's letting in some shafts of light. And just kind of, look at you for a moment, Pixrin, and is he outside?
Am I hearing all this?
Yeah, you're right there, I guess, right behind her.
Well, if he said that, I would sarcastically say, well, he's obviously not inside.
She dead.
Zephyr?
You know him?
Make an intelligence check, Zephyr.
Roll real well. 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you hear someone call out, ask if that's you.
Who's the daddy?
Zephyr, be quiet for a second, alright?
Pixrin and Wren, if you're looking at the tabaxi,
What normally goes inside?
You will see him smirk. And he will put both hands up, and I was sent here. Well, I wasn't sent here. Sorry, that was a DM mistake. I came here to find Cullem. But it seems like someone else found him first. He's alive. He's resting. He was hurt pretty bad. Is that who you came to see?
Yes.
And as he's talking to you, he's trying to. You'll see him occasionally, like try to look over your shoulders. Where are you standing, Zephyr? Out in the. Outside the
I'm
house?
assuming that Zephyr's saying all this related to the Arakokra that he's literally slapping.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so you'll see him like. So you'll see the Tabaxi kind of look like around you, Pixarin, like out the door a bit. His face is definitely softened. He doesn't look as like menacing as he did a few moments ago. I can show you where he's at if that's.
First off, do you know Zephyr?
I would like to see Zephyr before I answer that question.
As his friend, I deserve the right to ask why.
He knows me.
Zephyr, do you know a furry cat person?
With
Find your
swords.
pockets.
He will chuckle, this kind of like deep, almost purring chuckle.
Right then. That settles it.
He's going to try to step past you, Wren, out into the cavern. Will you let him?
Sure.
Okay. So, Zephyr, as you're standing by this body, you'll see this very familiar dark gray tabaxi step out into the cavern and into view. It's Deft.
Deft, friend. Mind your pockets.
You'll see him, anyone that's outside will see him smile this wide, toothed grin and just kind of come over to you, Zephyr, and give you a quick hug.
I'm going to try to pick his pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check, please.
21.
Oh my gosh.
As you do that, he catches your hand, Zephyr. You've gotten better, but not good enough, friend.
Mind your pockets. Cheeky little thing.
And then you hear Pixar peeking out the window going, ooh.
This is quite the surprise.
Oh, damn.
Were you sent by Aurelius, Zephyr? Have you heard from him recently?
No.
I haven't either.
Can't say I do.
He'll kind of look around to the rest of you. I'm Deft. Well, that's what Zephyr calls me. You may do the same.
Hello, Deft.
Hi.
Vegan.
Wren.
My name is Ranerius. It's good to meet you.
I'll kind of look to you, Gerbil.
Terrible. Are these Arakokra your friends?
No, but I think they were Cullen's. I found the one, and he kind of like nods to the one slumped up against the house. I found him inside and thought I'd bring him out. That one, he'll kind of like look up at where the nest was, or where the cocoon was, and kind of look confused for a moment before he sees it on the floor. That one was out here when I got here.
Oh, to fly.
I don't know what they were looking for. And Pixarin especially, you would have noticed this when just kind of looking in the house, that it looked disheveled, but definitely when you had looked inside, it definitely looked a lot more spacious than it really should have been looking at the outside. And
Hmm.
Deft came here looking for Cullen and found all this.
Darkness? Tower? Investigating. On the demi-plane.
Can I ask where Cullen's at?
Yes, let me take you back to the bedroom.
Good.
She'll sheathe their swords.
And as he starts walking back, and anyone following, you would
I would
Yes.
definitely be
Your
following.
level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Conga line.
Toot toot.
let me pull up my places here. Yeah, as you walk through this home, immediately, as I said, upon stepping in and kind of walking through that first kind of sitting room, living room area, the living room itself is about the size that the house looks like on the outside. And you just see other doors kind of going off into other rooms. You see cases with potions on them and scrolls sticking out of them. You'll pass a room that looks like it just has herbs and all kinds of different things in different boxes with a window. And interestingly enough, you'll pass windows in the house that look like they're looking out into a meadow when you know it's inside of a cave. I would say that without even rolling, Zephyr and Ranerius would definitely feel a strong sense of magic in this house. Definitely there's been a lot of magic on the size and the things like the windows, just almost oozing with magic. You'll see rooms of, with books, like a small library, a lot of stone and wood in the flooring and the walls. Deft will lead you back through a couple of rooms, one kind of like a little kitchen area, to a bedroom where, and I should pop this out to two different things, where you'll see, it's not a large bedroom. Everything, even though this house is large, everything's very minimalistic, very pragmatic. It's definitely used for its purpose than for, fanciness or for any kind of elaborate decorating or anything like that. So he takes you back to this room with this colorful stone floor and this simple, single bed with this older man lying in it, seemingly asleep, with white hair.
Quite the looker.
He kind of has it's kind of swished back, and he's, of course, resting on a pillow with, covered up in this multicolored patched blanket. And you can see kind of a ponytail there as well. Everyone make a perception check for me.
Do I recognize him from any of my visions? If it matters, I rolled a 1 on my perception check, so...
Amazing.
11.
I will give it to you, Ranerius, that this isn't the person that you've seen in your from any of your visions now.
Okay.
However, okay, but you rolled a 1 on your perception check, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The end.
Anyone who rolled a 12 or above would in this room, and you would have noticed, maybe you would have seen pictures of as you walked, but none of them were really of it was different paintings of landscapes and stuff, maybe even paintings of people, or humanoids of different races. But in this room, and you've noticed in a couple other rooms, you see paintings of two gentlemen. And in this room specifically, there's a larger one just above the bed, on the wall, that is of two. Yeah, it's two gentlemen who are kind of sitting side by side, looking at each other in a very familiar manner. kind of on like a bench with a little bit of sunlight coming through. But yeah, but there's the Deft will kind of just stand by the bed and, have a glass of water in case he wakes up, but I've been here for about half the day, and this is where, and he'll kind of motion to a corner of the room. That's where I found the one Arakokra. You would have also noticed, I would say, walking through the house, you would have noticed bits of spider webs here and there. Where he motioned to where he found the Arakokra, there's like almost like that he maybe removed some spider webs from the Arakokra, because there's some like spider webs laying on the floor and very heavy in that area, like against the wall. And I would say at this time you would hear a knock coming from about 4 or 5 rooms away, probably from where you came from. Does anyone go? And Deft kind of just looks and just kind of like looks back at the rest of you.
I'm clearly staring at Cullem's body or whatever.
Who else is here?
Yeah, Tegan will turn to Deft and say, have you
Did.
checked the rest of the house?
Yes, I have. There's no one here. I wasn't expecting anyone.
Gerbil gets his bow ready.
Okay.
I mean, he
Zephyr
never
will
put
go
it
to the
up
front door.
exactly.
Zephyr, go to the front door. Okay, Zephyr, so you go to the front door. It
Without
is
opening it.
Okay.
I'll pull my rapier and
What's
stealth-
up?
well, so much for stealthily moving towards the door.
Okay, so Tegan and Zephyr are at the door, not opening it yet.
Gerbil will be like kind of looking down the hall and just have his bow and arrow ready.
Okay, all right. And Zephyr, you called out, "What's up?"
Is there a doorknob on the door? Or is it just like a door you push open?
Is this the entrance door?
Yeah, it's the entrance door
Yeah.
that you came through. It's
Okay.
it's
Oh,
closed.
it's
It was closed when everyone came through. And you'll
then
hear a
someone
knock
came
again.
behind us and knocked.
You'll hear a knock again,
Oh.
coming from outside in the cave.
Who's the daddy?
Are there any, well, no, you said the windows point out to meadows, so they're fake windows.
Who are you?
Kristen's gonna draw her sword.
I'll open the door.
You don't, okay.
Get closer to.
So you
Always bad.
open the door, Tegan, and see a familiar face.
Gerbil loses an arrow. No.
I put the rapier to his neck. Definitely put the rapier to his neck.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
I will definitely put the rapier right to his neck. What are you doing here?
Ooh. Geneva said you'd all be out here. I guess I'll pass across again, taken. We've got business here. Part of it is a lot of you.
I'll call out
Feel
to
the
the
need
others.
to conquer lands.
I'll call out to the others, Gerbil and that, to come in.
Gerbil sees him. Gerbil has an arrow trained on him.
Okay.
Who the hell is it?
Caszeel.
She's gonna like bust through like.
And we're gonna answer the age-old
If
question.
he's got the rapier to the neck, she's going to have the swords like to the stomach.
How many weapons can we
It's just
train
Zephyr has
on
his hands
Caszeel?
up. He doesn't know what's happening.
Nice.
I
Can
appreciate
Ranerius
your
see-
hope and optimism.
Oh,
Can
what-
Ranerius see Tegan or Caszeel from where he's at?
if you're still in the
hell
if you're
nah.
still in the room with Cullen, no, because you were like 5 rooms away, and kind of like they kind of turned around. So
Did
you
you
would
say it
have
was-
to.
Did you say it was Caszeel on the pendant or just through vocal?
I
Earlier.
think he just shouted
Somebody
back
said.
in.
I just shouted through the house. So if you're anywhere in the house, you would have heard it.
I'll walk back and.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not very friendly now. What's all this for?
Neither was your departure.
Well, I didn't have much choice at the time. Things have been a bit, well, crazy. I'm sure they have for you too.
Zephyr's the name.
She's gonna sheathe
Oh.
her sword.
Pleasure.
As I'm standing next to Caszeel, how does my pendant feel?
Oh, yeah, your pendants feel well, okay. All right.
Burning hot.
Let's retcon a bit because I completely forgot that I was
He's
trying
got Shiga
I
tattooed
was-
on his head.
I was trying to get you to a certain point.
I
So
went to Shiga and all I had is this guy's shirt.
so retconning a bit, as soon as y'all walked into the house, your pendants would have been hot. Throughout walking through the house. So it's not just when you're around Caszeel. It's just not
Okay.
since Caszeel has shown up. It's been the entire time being in the house. They have felt
Okay.
hot.
It's Deft. Camouflage.
Okay.
Where did you go?
Well, had to try and stop my paw from doing some rather dangerous things, such as wiping a soul out of existence and tinkering with time. Time was very short, and it wasn't an easy decision to just up and go, but if I didn't, I don't know if I could have done what I had to do. But we're all here, right? So that's silver lining.
Tegan will slow.
Sorry,
Okay.
can I? Yeah, yeah. I'll just.
As I say, Tegan will
would it be all right?
slowly pull the rapier back, and I'll tell Caszeel, keep your hands empty.
Right.
Very talkative.
I'm sorry.
Red.
Deft said there was nobody else here. Well, there's clearly somebody else here.
Since Gerbil's still kind of like down the hall, just
Oh.
aiming. It's Caszeel.
Yeah.
Oh no, I heard, but Deft said there was nobody here. And
Yeah, no, there was no one
just-
else here in the house.
just
He
arrived.
just came in after us.
How'd you know that we were here?
I didn't know for sure. I knew that on my way here there was definitely someone or some folks I was just a wee bit behind, half day or so. Geneva said that I might find you all out in this direction. I'm here myself to see Cullem.
Wait, when did you meet Geneva?
Oh, I've been pretty busy. Just trying to keep everything as it wasn't intended to be.
Aurelius? Insight check.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, this is Zephyr over here.
It's a
He's
pleasure,
new.
Zephyr. And I know Aurelius. I got
Dirty 20 on insight.
Oh,
Zephyr,
nice.
This is Caszeel.
Nice. Yeah, Cazeel's being pretty straightforward. He's not trying to give any specifics, but yet in this moment. But he's was headed to see Cullem. He heard that from Geneva that you might all be. I mean, loosely from Geneva that you might all be out here.
That friends
And,
were here. Yeah.
Friends. And he's here to see Cullem. He's been sent. Geneva and Aurelius sent me to see Cullem. I'm not. They didn't, of course, have the time to tell me why, but sent me to come out here and find him, speak with him.
He dead. Did you?
Oh,
No, wait.
Ed.
Wait a minute.
not too late.
When did you talk to them? When did they send you here?
Oh, let's see. It's been at least 5 days on the road. Perhaps just under a week ago.
Did you talk to them in person or?
No. And I'll dig in my pocket and pull out a sending stone. No. I get most of my communication through this. Well, it's not working lately, which is a bit concerning. In the last conversation, there was some ruckus on the other end, and it just cut out, and haven't been able to get in touch with them since. But that I knew I had to get here first. That's the last thing that Geneva said I needed to do. Figured I could sort the rest out after that, especially if the friends she was speaking with were all you.
Well,
At this point, Gerbil will finally lower the bow. It's just-
Nice.
It's just
I'll give a nod of thanks, like understanding.
I will finally come out of Cullen's room.
Hello, Caszeel.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Hello, lad. Good to see you.
It's likewise.
So,
Well.
is Cullem dead or not?
I don't think so, but I have to go and check.
Deft will
got
kind of
here-
step into the room at that moment. Friend of yours?
Mind your pockets.
Yes.
Sure.
Deft will smirk at Zephyr's comment. He will offer a hand to you, Caszeel. Deft?
A pleasure. I'm Caszeel. I'll extend my hand out.
Shake it. No, Cullen's not dead. He's just has some bruising, and from what I can tell, with my limited knowledge, seems pretty much drained. Probably need to recuperate for a couple of days, I would say.
That's better than dead. Good.
Please, let's go into the kitchen. There's a table, and I'll make some tea. I've been, made some food just in case he woke up.
Can help if you need it.
Sure. So Deft will kind of lead you into this kind of homey looking kitchen with this cobblestone floor. Again, you have a couple of windows that seem to look out into a meadow, even though the house is in a cavern. So you have some odd sunlight coming in. And a large wooden table with all of these different types of chairs around it that don't match each other and are different colors. Not just looks like they've been assembled from different sets. But yeah, just a very kind of, there are dark corners to the kitchen, but it has a very homey feel to it, with a fireplace that is actually lit. Deft will kind of nod to it. I lit that when I was making some stew for him. But please sit down, and it seems like y'all have a lot of catching up to do. I'll make some tea for you. And he'll kind of fumble through the cupboards and I'll take your help, Zephyr, since you offered it.
Any way you want me to help in particular, or just narratively?
Not just narratively, he'll how have you been? Talking to you, Zephyr. As you're making the tea and getting everything together and boiling the water.
How you been?
He'll kind of chuckle and give you a pat on the back. It's good to see you well, friend, brother.
Any more clarification?
About
Darkness? A tower? Deft was investigating. Them Glen?
Yes. Dimglimt is a bit of a shithole right now. That's why I came here to talk to Cullen is because, and he's kind of fumbling for cups as he's talking, and I don't know, Zephyr. It's not recognizable anymore. There are spirits everywhere, and these damn Shiga are just all over the place. I tried to get a hold of Aurelius, I tried to get a hold of Geneva, and no one answered. I tried to use my thing, and he kind of flashes the medallion that you have to get there, and I don't know. I tried going to the library about a week ago, and they told me that there was some security. They weren't allowing people over to the island because of security reasons. So I didn't know what else to do. I had heard of Cullen before, and that he had been studying Shiga, or possibly had been, and went out trying to find him. So the tower, yes, I was investigating it, but it was seemed like just the first snowball in an avalanche. So again,
plus 1 is 2.
Yeah.
Why not take care of Sheik at the source?
In Dimglund? I can't do it on my own.
I got your back.
I know you do, brother, but it's a bit more than that. It's a lot, and I am at a loss to even... first, I'd like to know that Aurelius is okay. Second, I would like to talk to the library, since it's weird that they're being oddly insular during all of this.
Where the library?
Why would we do that, Zephyr? The library has helped Aurelius. Why are you saying no?
Betrayed.
They betrayed Aurelius.
Library Shiga.
You're saying the library is tied to the Shiga.
Shiga.
The Shiga. Maybe. But do you have proof?
Aurelius?
Well, I guess I need to find some way to check on Aurelius. Gives you another pat on the back. You always speak sense, friend.
You're not as dumb as you look.
And he'll just go on continuing to fix the tea with you. And it'll be done in about 15 minutes.
While they're doing that, Picturin's going to, first off, give Caszeel, the biggest hug.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about
You
that.
give hugs back. Oh, I wish that. Mm.
And she'll whisper in his ear, I missed you, just don't tell anybody, okay?
Secret.
Gerbil is just watching in the corner, arms crossed.
It's like daggers.
Me and Gerbil are yeah. Okay.
Where's the growl?
There's one thing that can unite Gerbil and Tegan.
Yes.
This is it. Caszeel's done it.
And she'll say that she'll be right back, and she'll actually go into the bedroom and try to cast Cure Wounds on Cullen.
Okay. All right.
Help.
Yeah, you cast Cure Wounds on him, Pixarin, and I would say that as you're laying your hands on him to do that, or near him, that he just, you get that kind of closer look at him, and he just looks exhausted. You can see some bruising on his face. maybe a little bit of spider web in his hair. He just looks out of it and looks just... No, you can tell that he's breathing, but he's... Yeah. Resting. You can't really tell if, like, it helped.
She'll just stay there. She'll just, like, I don't know if there's chairs in the room or anything.
Yeah, I would say that there's at least one of the chairs.
She'll pull up a chair next to the bed and just sit there.
Okay.
And take out her dulcimer and just kind of fiddle with it for a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of just wants to stay there.
Tegan will, sitting next to Gerbil, will say to Caszeel, we're primarily here for Gerbil.
Standing.
All right.
Yeah.
I was standing with him then. He was accosted
Are we sitting
by...
or are we standing? Sitting, standing.
We're in that awkward half position. We're not quite sure what we're doing.
We're both going off of
Deep
each other.
lean, yeah.
Yes. Deep lean.
He was accosted?
He was accosted by a bugbear assassin.
Oh, shit.
And they had
That's a
tigers.
scary thought.
Even scarier.
Tegan.
Go ahead. I will let Gerbil explain.
All right.
Shiga poisoned dagger of some kind.
Well, that's nasty business.
One
Were you able to
stab
get any
is-
leads?
I mean,
Aye.
we're here.
This was all right. Like, what was the lead that brought you here? Were they sent by someone here? Not Cullem, I hope.
No, it's just Collins seems to be the only one who knows much about the Sheikah here.
After he was injured, we sought out the closest healers, and someone from one of the towns had mentioned that Cullem could possibly have a solution.
Are there lingering effects to the poison? Or were you able to cleanse it from you?
Only when I'm around other Sheikah of a high amount of Sheikah.
What are the Shiga?
They're mage spirits.
Wait, you've talked to Aurelius and Geneva
Hey.
and your father, and you haven't heard of the Shiga.
They've had me doing all manner of things, but no. This is the first time I've sat down in quite a while. I've not been known what the Shiga are.
Insight check. Is he telling the truth? Sorry.
Make an insight check.
24.
Oh,
Yeah, nice. Yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
Haven't been told.
Okay.
Completely weird, yeah.
Phew, okay.
You've been busy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shiga are angry spirits of ages past
Oh,
who are out to, well, they want vengeance and revenge, and they're pretty much involved in most of what we've seen. We're oppression of mages,
really?
and they're all the mages who died during the Mage War.
Oh. Are they tied together with Renka in the college and all that?
Probably. I'm confused. The bird friend has a sword with
Oh.
Shiga in it that talked about it.
Oh, what? That's amazing!
It's really not.
That sounds fantastic. That's incredible. There's a spirit in your
5
sword.
spirits.
I'll turn to Zephyr here. What? There's 5?
Don't.
Do they get along?
And they just trapped in this, yeah.
Dribbles
From,
left eye
from,
starts to
from
twitch.
what I've gathered, they don't.
Very
I'd
powerful
imagine not.
weapons.
Well, I'm glad that you're here and all right, Charbel. I hope we find the answers for you then while we're here. I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to ask Cullem. I'm assuming that once I tell him that who sent me and all that, he's maybe got something for me.
Are you a member of Torchlight now?
Aye.
Prove it.
Well, when Caszeel says that, I will look around Cazeel's neck. Do I see a pendant?
No. No pendant.
I'll take note of it, but not mention it.
Yeah. Remember, he had a sending stone. That's how he talked to. To the
I'll also remind you, just to kind of help here, that like the necklaces weren't because you're part of the Torchlight Committee. It was because so that way you could communicate with each other and use the orb.
Because we're special.
Because we're top notch.
Aurelius likes us better than you.
Whatever came of your father? Where is he now?
Well, he's gone again. This time I wasn't able to get after him. Disappeared one night. We got a message from Aurelius and to come see him in person. I didn't find out about that until just after, but a new messenger came from Aurelius, spoke with me, Paul, and then that was late in the evening, and then the next morning, gone. And no signs of struggle, just open lift. And a day or two later, the same messenger came to me and asked about me, Paul. Did he get back? Is he heading to see Aurelius? And I explained to the messenger that no, he's gone. So then the messenger filled me in on the message that he had delivered to me, Paul. That's when I was given a sending stone. No, I don't know. I don't think my father's that well. I'm sure you all gathered that before. It's perhaps a wee bit worse than I thought back then. There's so many things going on, but no, I don't know where my paw is.
How long ago was that?
That itself, let's see. Gosh, I don't know. I know about a week ago,
Yeah.
a little less than a week ago, I got this message.
We don't know where the dates are. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I think like a week and a half, I think is what I told you.
Okay, so what were we doing a week and a half ago? That's
what time shift was a week and a
Yeah,
half ago?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
There was did you all feel that as well? That strange fuzzy feeling about like there was memories just outside of your grasp?
I always have fuzzy feelings.
Yes. Nice. I tried to do a little research on that. I'm still looking into that as part of what I was doing.
Your dad ever successfully get his artifact back, or was he still in the search for it?
He's in, and correct me if I'm wrong with this stuff. I did my best to absorb.
Sure. Yeah.
all my information.
I sent him like a 3-page document.
He has it. That's part of the craziness. But he does. He has it. Once again.
So he had it when you felt the shift?
think this. Jeez, I think the shift was after that. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, it was after. It was after.
Right? No, it was after he left, and he was in possession of it. Right?
Only been a week and a half since then.
It hasn't been that long. Yeah.
My word, we're so slow moving.
We've known each other 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since Baird.
But the friendship's along the way.
Oh.
We've known Caszeel 2 days.
Nice. He was gone for half a day and he's back. Oh. There's clearly so much to get caught up on. If you're all willing, how? I'll look around. I'm trying to think of. It was after that. Did I leave before Gimbal stayed with his wife to be or his soulmate or?
I think it was
whatever?
right after that.
Yeah, it was right after.
Right?
Because
I feel like we said goodbye.
Yeah, because we met Zephyr right when you left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Over
That's right.
Yeah.
Like Zephyr saw you walk out of the bar before introducing himself.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That he
Moment.
did. That he did.
It was pretty great.
We high five.
Speaking of, Tegan will say, speaking of memories, do you remember John? And I'll point to John.
Oh yeah, John.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There.
Hey.
John. Okay, so sorry, I completely forgot about that. I was so excited.
They've been so quiet this whole journey.
I just picture John and Larry like sipping tea at the corner.
Yeah. So over at the corner of the table, you'll see John and Lyric, Caszeel, which you do remember.
Hold on.
It's good to see you.
Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't get that back into your collection. It's
It's
sort
okay.
of a regret.
It's all right. And he'll kind of look around the rest of you. I'm sure some of you are looking confused. Like he'll kind of like got in touch with Caszeel because with my conversations with all of you before you went to the Field of Sunflowers, I gathered about the device that his father and tried to get in touch with Caszeel and his father about getting it back, about keeping it with me since I had the protected space to keep it there, and his father was less than happy about it. So I let it be. I don't force anyone to do anything. So
I wish I had.
well, we can still try to get it back. No, it's not lost forever, I don't think. At this point, Deft is going to put down the tray of tea at the table, and also with some like a very thrown together plate of like biscuit cookies and like, you know, that look maybe a little bit stale and crumbly, and other, like, you can tell that he's just found these in the cabinets and just like put them on a plate. And here you go. So are you talking about this? And he'll take out of his pocket a time device. And Zephyr sneezes.
And I'm not there for it.
Do I recognize? I don't know how well I would know the one.
Well, all of you would kind
Wilhelmus.
of recognize that. I mean, they all. This one looks exactly like that one. Yes, I found one of these and was tasked by Aurelius to find more of them.
Where did you just found it?
Where did you find it?
I don't know if I can find it. It was over in. It was
never
in.
good with the DMs. Like, I don't know.
It was in. It was in.
Woke up, it was under my pillow.
Yeah. It was in. I found it in
Time
Dim
fairy.
Glimt. I found it in Dim Glimt in a cave.
Oh, Well, we're working to the same purpose then.
How long
John,
have
do
had
you
it?
think?
Let me see here.
Did your deepest desire come true a week and a half ago?
Oh,
Remember that
I
time a week
haven't
and a
I
half
haven't
ago
had
you
it.
really
I
wanted
haven't had it for a week and a half. I
Oh, okay.
got this because Aurelius sent me out to get it. He had an idea of where it would be in Dimglint. I went out and I got it, and when I went back to show it to Aurelius, that's when I couldn't get back to Aurelius or contact him. So that's when I started, after some thinking, I came and looked for Colin.
Gotcha.
Well, that's right, dangerous. It's up to you, of course, but it might be good to give that to John. John can tuck it away where I can't do.
He kind of looks at John and looks at, kind of like side-eyes you, Zephyr, and looks back at John. No offense, friend, but I think I'll hang on to it. And put it into his pocket. John will just kind of, no offense taken. You seem, if you were tasked by Aurelius to collect them, then I'm sure it's fine. Do you know what it does? Deft will nod, something about time, changes, time. Aurelius said that, all I know is that Aurelius said that they were dangerous. So, he wanted them collected and he wanted them gone. Especially before they fall into the wrong hands.
Okay.
Tegan will say to Caszeel, differences aside, you should know. Ingot's still out there. Looking for you. More
Sure
important,
Wait, who?
Ingot, the mage who tried to stab him in.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly,
Did stabbing pretty badly.
did
Yeah,
stab
yeah.
pretty severely, yes. Tried to kill him, I should say.
Yeah.
More importantly, if you encounter Ingot again, you could try telling them that Grelish is still alive.
Oh,
Greelick.
Grealish. I wrote Grelish. I don't know why.
It's okay. I'll write it in chat so you can have it.
Somehow she escaped the fall.
Oh, do we know where she is?
Where did we last see her? God.
It was in
Make an
Burlesque.
intelligence check to see if you remember.
It was in Burlesque.
Burlesque?
Yes. She,
Oh, we were all right there. Oh, all right. Well, that what a relief. Right, we'll try that then. If there's time before the blade runs through the gut again. Thank you for the snacks. I'm just, if you don't mind, I want to take a peek in on Cullem myself, if that's all right.
Sure. And
I will follow Caszeel.
Since
Mind your pockets.
Oh God.
since Tegan's on Caszeel watch, Gerbil will take some tea and just kind of ask, talk to Deft, and Caszeel was just saying that Aurelius wanted to see his father, and that his father disappeared. Do you think it's possible someone could have gotten into Dimglint?
that someone took his father and took his father to Dimglint. I mean, anything's possible. I mean, I guess my first question was, was there signs of a struggle?
He didn't say that, but I'm just asking because you said you haven't been able to get to Dimglint. Or wait, no, did I hear that he was talking to
I haven't
Zephyr?
been able to get to. Well, I mean, it would have been very you know, I mean, I kind of assumed y'all were talking while they were having their conversation.
Yeah, so.
And they were about
That
10
would-
feet away from you, like over at the stove area, so you would have had to been like, paying
Okay.
attention
I
to
guess
them.
I'd rephrase the question.
Sure.
How many ways are there to Dimglint?
No, well, you have the natural portals and anything that anyone, you know, like Aurelius or the library gives out that allows you to teleport to, or, you know, open a portal yourself or transport yourself to Dimglint. I mean, it's possible if they wanted him in Dimglint, sure. But if he had one of these and it kind of like motions towards his pocket, then probably maybe they just wanted that. But why would they take him?
I mean, he could have went of his own free will. Wasn't exactly stable when I met him.
Huh? I guess. That's one thing to consider. Was there a reason why he wasn't stable?
I'll point to his pocket. He liked that thing way too much.
I've never heard it. Okay. Of course, I guess I don't know that many people who've used it. He used it. Okay.
I think from what I remember Aurelius telling us that he was obsessed with those, and then in his transportations to Dimglint, he went the log way, the one where you lose memory, you wager your memories, and he wasn't all there.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting.
There's a lot of that going around.
Well, I just saying that because from what I've been told is that they're all tied together. So if you use one, then the others are affected. So, but Aurelius did tell me about a certain. It did warn me that there are certain people that can use it more than they really should be capable of. It has something to do with blood, bloodline.
I'm trying to think. Was Gerbil paying attention to any of Cazeel's weird things going on? I don't think he was, because I was so focused on Shannon. But
Yep.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then he would be extremely valuable. And possibly, kind of nod towards the door where Tegan and Caszeel left. That one too. And that's where we're in tonight's session.
Wah, wah, wah.
Boom, 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 boom.
What?
All right, so Cazeel's
So-
back.
So is this an actual? Is this just a guest appearance, or are
No.
you back?
I'm back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Assuming the group accepts you, okay?
Yes. For real.
I, for one, look forward to the 6 weeks of being president.
The last time Gerbil talked to you, Gerbil had just released his backstory about his dead wife. He's been caring about his dead wife, and Caszeel got down on his knees and was like, "I'll help you. Gerbil, to help you ease your pain or whatever, and then you left in the next like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I will-
Part of my go. No, go.
I will help you find your dead wife.
I remember
I'll
that
be
when
right
because Gerbil was like, I don't give a shit about you or you helping me, and Caszeel was like, okay, cool. So that was, I mean, I of course just had to go, but that was part of it for Caszeel.
We can
Bugbear, my aggressiveness is love.
I love it so much. Welcome, Raiders. You just caught the end of our stream, unfortunately, but welcome. We're glad to have you here.
We just had a big reunion with
we just had a big reunion with someone that unfortunately had to step away for a while, but is back. Our wonderful Caszeel, played by Dan here. So super exciting. So yeah, we'll get to see more Caszeel next week, and the rest of the players. So. In the meantime, you've been watching The Forsaken, which is every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot of things here on Madbird Streams that are just fun to watch and a delight. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we have D&D 5e content, as well as on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, where myself and Victoria, we work on dungeon tiles, we paint miniatures, and tomorrow is a special edition of Dungeon Craft, our special Valentine's Day edition. Couples costumes are going to be involved, love will be in the air, it will be just a great time had by all. I'm super excited. Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time is Mad Art with Steph, where I, Steph, work on some mad art for the channel, D&D fan art for various campaigns. And if you're looking for a way to support Madbird Streams, a great way to do so is to head over to our Patreon, where not only do you get a lot of cool stuff, but we get more back. So it's a preferred way to support, again, if you're looking for that opportunity. Movie nights every month with our $20 and up tier. You get art cards, so much stuff. Now, alright, so we always head over and raid someone, especially, to give back to the awesome raids that we received during our stream. So let's take a look and see who is streaming right now that we can head over to. Alright, it looks like, actually, the Hold Roleplay. I think we raid them a few times. So let's head over there and give them a caw in the chat and let them know what a wonderful job that they're doing. All right, y'all. Thank y'all again. So glad to have Caszeel back. We'll see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And, cheers Lament tomorrow. And Dungeon Craft. Bye-bye.
Dungeon Craft. Bye.